Hollywood prostitute Divine Brown has written a book describing in lurid detail exactly what she did with Hugh Grant. The book sells for $25, but for $35, she'll show you. At the White House this week, President Clinton officially came out against same-sex marriages. What's more, the president said he is not too crazy about opposite-sex marriages either. A new FBI study shows that for the first time, Americans are more likely to be killed by a stranger than a loved one or acquaintance. Their advice? Introduce yourself to as many people as possible. The American Academy of Pediatrics has released an updated list of unsafe baby products. Topping the list this year is the really, 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 really high chair. Well, Dr. Jack Kevorkian was responsible for another death this week, this time a 58-year-old woman. She is the 26th of Kevorkian's patients to die since 1990. When are people going to realize he is not a good doctor? Do not go to this man. The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes. A new hangover-free vodka is on the market. Yeah, the ads claim that the 80-proof vodka is so pure, it's virtually headache-free. But before you run out and buy it, remember, it causes massive anal bleeding. Julia Roberts told reporters this week that her marriage to Lyle Lovett has been over for some time. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Julia Roberts and that she was married to Lyle Lovett. The results are in for 1995, and once again, Microsoft CEO Bill Gates is the richest man in America. Gates says that he is grateful for his huge financial success, but it still makes him sad when he looks around and sees other people who have any money whatsoever. In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, "Hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat." And in music news, #1 on the college charts this summer was Better Than Ezra. And at #2, Ezra. According to a controversial new biography, Elizabeth Taylor likes her lovemaking loud, rough, and frequent. Coincidentally, that's also how she likes to eat. Well, it's official. There you go. Michael Jordan is leaving baseball to return to basketball. It is unclear whether the media will now refer to him by his old basketball nickname, Air Jordan, or his more recent baseball nickname, Senior Crappy. In Walnut Creek, California, anyone who turns in his gun can get free therapy. And anyone who doesn't turn in his gun can get free anything. Well, earlier this week, actor Marlon Brando met with Jewish leaders to apologize for comments he made on Larry King Live. Among them that, quote, Hollywood is run by Jews. The Jewish leaders accepted the actor's apology and announced that Brando is now free to work again. At Virginia Commonwealth University, a professor is being sued following revelations that he spanked one of his students. It was the student's parents who first became suspicious when they asked, "What kind of marks are you getting?" And she replied, "Big red ones on my ass." So... Yippee! Jerry Rubin died last week. Oh, I'm sorry. That should read, Yippee Jerry Rubin died last week. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. My mistake completely. Just, I didn't read it right. Former First Lady Nancy Reagan reports that her husband has been relaxing at their ranch, riding horses and chopping wood. Sadly, eyewitnesses report that he was actually riding wood and chopping horses. It was revealed this week that mass murderer Richard Speck, while serving a life term in prison, was videotaped with hormone-induced breasts, snorting cocaine, and having sex with a man. The film was apparently made with prison video equipment and a $300,000 grant from the National Endowment for the Arts. Dr. James Watts, a neurosurgeon who performed the first frontal lobotomy, died this week in Washington. If you recall, a lobotomy involves drilling holes in the skull and then inserting and rotating a knife to destroy brain cells. What a genius. He'll be missed. World have ordered their ride, the Extra Terror Estrial, to be shut down until it can be made scarier. When the attraction reopens in 2 weeks, it will be exactly the same, but missing 6 bolts. Last week, during his latest trial on charges of assisted suicide, Dr. Jack Kevorkian startled a Michigan courtroom when he stood up and shouted, "This is a lynching." Everyone turned to look, and sure enough, he'd just lynched some old guy. Garry Kasparov tied Deep Blue, the IBM supercomputer that can examine 200 million positions per second, in the 4th game of their 6-game series. Earlier in the week, Kasparov admitted he made a catastrophic blunder in Game 2 when he failed to force a draw by moving rook to E8. With all due respect to Mr. Kasparov, what the hell were you thinking? A French man who calls himself the Snake Man was arrested this week after climbing up the side of a Manhattan high-rise. Yep, he climbed right up the side of a high-rise, just like a snake. In North Dakota this week, a hunter narrowly escaped death when a pocket knife in his breast pocket deflected a bullet shot by another hunter. Man, you know we have too many weapons in this country when people are getting shot in the knife. And that's it. See you next week, folks.
I don't know how everyone else felt here, but Norm was sick for quite a while, and he got sicker, and I didn't know, and I talked to so many people who I was sure knew. I thought maybe I'm the only one that doesn't know, and so many people, he didn't want anybody to know.
I didn't know.
I remembered when he went, everybody in the community we all thought we were the only one that didn't know, and we were so upset that we didn't get a chance to tell him what he meant to us. And then I very quickly realized he would not have tolerated that. He didn't want it. He didn't want any of us to tell him.
He'd get gross.
He'd get very unhappy.
Treat him different or laugh at his jokes.
I'm sick of these kind of characters. I think we should kill Hitler. Me and you, go suicide, kill him.
Right. It's like he died 50 years ago, probably.
Did he? I didn't even know he was sick.
Did want to bring up Norm MacDonald first, if you don't mind, and your thoughts on somebody who I'm sure you've known for quite some time.
Well, I didn't know he was sick at all. It's sad.
And one of the guys who loved him and always had him on the show, is a huge fan, is Jay Leno. And Jay's with us. Jay, how are you, sir?
Good. I mean...
Horrible. I didn't even know he was sick. Were you aware
it's so
of that?
sudden.
No, I didn't know he was sick. You know, he kept it all inside.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was a private person.
And I had a really tough reaction to this one. I had no idea he was even sick.
This guy is my favorite stand-up, and I was shocked. I didn't know he was even sick.
For obvious reasons, we lost Norm MacDonald this week, which was just, I had no idea that he was even sick.
Did you know he was sick?
No.
Absolutely stunned. Had no idea that Norm had not only been very ill, but been very ill for a very long time. None of us had any idea.
I'm used to say goodbye, nothing new to me. Baby, I'm trying to survive, and I know that you believe in a world with happy endings. So tired of pretending.
Joke after his death, it'd be something along the lines of, I was relieved to find out that I died of cancer and not that O.J. Simpson killed me.
Yep.
I think it would be kind of like the epitome of an afterlife joke from Norm there.
F. Lee Bailey said this week that if the defense only knew what Ron Goldman's last words were, they might be able to find the real killer. You know, if you ask me, Goldman's last words were probably, hey, you're O.J. Simpson.
He's got a little Andy Kaufman in him, Norm. He likes to frustrate, titillate a little, but then periodically he'll say something like, I feel sorry for the homeless guy's dog, because the dog's thinking, this is the longest walk I've ever been on.
I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. That kind of odd there. Guy got no home, but he's got a dog. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, The longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, you, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something, give me a human interest thing on urine stain matter. You, was that kind of thing? Yeah. Had like a lot of like photos, maybe some, a little human side, what are, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, hey, Downey, remember that, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, that thing, the homeless newspaper? And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, for the coalition to feed the homeless, and and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, I did that bit, They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with Look.
I know.
Jimmy calls in here periodically and says that he has bought a puppet and he wants to work material out on the show. And I'll say, well, tell me about the puppet. And it's an old man puppet who's a Holocaust denier. And it's obviously just Norm sitting at home talking as Norm. He makes no pretension to a puppet voice.
I know.
And I think he's Andy. I don't know. I view a lot of Andy Kaufman in there.
I heard a joke.
Yeah, there you go, Norm. You got it.
How would it take about a night monkey?
All right, hold on a second. Go ahead, Norm.
No, I'm terrible at telling jokes, but a guy, he gets a genie or something that gives you wishes in a lamp, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so he's like, oh, no, that's not it. He goes to his whole head is a giant pumpkin. That's how the joke starts. Mm-hmm. It's like a giant pumpkin, and then his friend goes, what happened? He's like, I found this genie in the lamp, and he gave me 3 wishes. And he's like, what happened? He goes, well, the first wish I wished for like $100 million, and I got it. And then for my second wish, I wished for like a beautiful lady, and I got her. And the guy's like, yeah, but what happened? He's like, the third wish, that's where I really blew it. And the guy goes, what happened? He goes, I wish for a giant pumpkin head.
You guys got it. Really, put a CD out together.
You know what I really hate? You know what I really hate? If you go anywhere with him, like for a couple of days, he does that on purpose. He'll tell jokes with no ending on purpose.
I don't think you need one. Sometimes you can tell a joke like that.
And then that happens.
You don't need to have a joke.
But you know, I would like to tell you the story of the 3 people who was carrying the biggest cannon in the world to Spain. It was 2 boys and 1 girl, and they had this big cannon. You know, it was 50 feet long, and they carried it over the mountains and under the valleys. And one day they get to the top of the highest mountain in Spain. So the first boy, he point this cannon to this castle, you know, to shoot, you know, because, because he was the boss, you know, so he want to point it. And he turned to the second boy and he say, all right, hand me the cannonball. And, you know, but the second boy, he say, I thought you had them. So wait, so listen, wait. So, listen, wait. So they both turn to the girl, and she say, "Don't look at me." You know, because they forgot to bring the cannonball. You know, they have the cannon, but they have no cannonball. They could not shoot. Do you understand? Thank you very much.
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so unsteady.
I'm sorry. You didn't have to do that. Cut it out!
I don't know what that guy's talking about. I can't turn around.
You know what
You okay? Something wrong, Carl? You okay, honey?
I can't, you know, I think we're going to have to order some wine. Yeah, wine.
Yeah, we have some.
I can't, can I just,
Just say it.
I can't play, I can't play stoned. I feel really stupid.
You feel stupid. That's just great. That's just great. You feel stupid.
I feel very stupid.
You feel stupid.
I feel
great.
Oh, let's have some bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? I feel stupid.
You feel stupid.
I feel very stupid. No, because, where are you going?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna.
nothing. Hey, this is all in fun. It's all in fun. Come on. All right, hold on. It's all in fun. What are you trying to do? This is all, It's all in fun. Come on. Where are we now? Cut out. Cut out. So you cut it out. Well, why do you have to push this in my face? Well, why do you have to push this in my face? I'll put it all in your face.
in the show. That's why.
Why? So what do you have to? So what do you have to? Come on. Come on. Look, I'm just trying to have fun. Everybody's so uptight around here. Everyone's so uptight around here. I don't understand.
Bobby's got a commercial, man.
What? I don't know. Why do you have to be so uptight? What?
Work up to me. Come on, man. Hold on.
You're kidding me.
No. We just found out that Norm MacDonald passed away. Oh my God. I love Norm MacDonald.
He's young. And there it goes.
I don't know what to say.
Me either.
Yeah, we worked together on Last Comic Standing. I took the job because I wanted to work with Norm MacDonald, and we fought every day.
You fought with him?
We not like getting, but we would joke back and forth with each other, and it took a little while for us to gel. You know, that he would say something and I would make fun of it, and he was like, "Why is the host making fun of the judge?"
When you were at the ATM machine, you were no longer a black guy. You were a human being.
That was great. Almost racist, but then you got it right under the bar, Norm. That's why I love you. Keep it going for DC Urban, everybody. Great job, please.
Devastated, Conan O'Brien writing, Norm had the most unique comedic voice I have ever encountered, and he was so relentlessly and uncompromisingly funny. I will never laugh that hard again. Jim Carrey calling him a dear friend, saying he was one of our most precious gems, an honest and courageous comedy genius. I love him. Whitney Cummings tweeted, Norm is the pinnacle of bravery and originality. Senator Bob Dole, who MacDonald often played on SNL, sharing a photo with the caption, he was a great talent, and I loved laughing with him on SNL. Bob Dole will miss Norm MacDonald.
There's no chance of you running for president again?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Because, you know, it'd be good for me.
And the Laugh Factory's marquee in Hollywood tonight lit up with McDonald's bright smile and the message, make God laugh.
I like it with the Laugh Factory. It says, God says when a guy dies. Didn't a comic die recently?
Like Jonathan
Winters. So then they'll say,
make God laugh.
Make God laugh. What does it say?
Make God laugh.
Jonathan Winters. Make God laugh.
Some really sad news today. We have lost an absolute comedy legend. I'm sure you'll have seen this in the news today. Norm MacDonald passed away today far too soon, far too young, after a 9-year battle with cancer, a battle that Norm never told anybody about, because all Norm ever wanted to do was to make us laugh. And he was absolutely brilliant at it. He said Mickey Mouse is huge at Disney World. If you see Mickey Mouse at Disney World, you're like, kids, go on get him. Oh my, it's Mickey Mouse. And he goes, you see that same Mickey Mouse in a 7-Eleven, you are holding your kids back like, whoa. Because he's only big within the confines of Disneyland.
He took a picture with a child. Yeah. And the child slipped from his hands, from Mickey Mouse's hands. Oh, no. Fortunately, Mickey Mouse has huge shoes, so the shoes broke the child's fall, and thank goodness for that. And he was fine, but he was crying, and everyone was concerned. Oh, except Mickey Mouse had a big smile, like he can't.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was completely nonplussed.
That's great.
He was not nonplussed. He was unaffected.
I always think about this. I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure I got it right. This is my favorite Weekend Update joke of all time that I think about often. It is a perfect Norm joke. The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes.
The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes.
SNL 40th was a few years ago. I got to stand on stage with Colin Quinn and Kevin Nealon and Norm. And the SNL 40th was a night where everyone just got a couple things to say. There was in an effort to find, and I remember laughing really hard, not at what Norm was saying as much as the idea that any of us thought Norm would play by anyone else's rules on any night.
We here are mere utility infielders. So right now, I'm going to introduce a man.
Right now? Over the years, I started at SNL in 2001. And I remember one time Norm walked back into the studio to visit. I don't remember how old his son was at the time, but his son was young, and someone said, "Hey, Norm, how's being a dad?" And he said, "It's going great, still no abductions." That's the first thing I ever heard him say in person. My son was watching you on Update and said to me, "You talk like Seth Meyers." And he told me that when he said that, he said, "Oh no, my son doesn't know how time works." He was the gold standard, and he will continue to be the gold standard. And
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
How do you figure out how much to share about what goes on behind the scenes at SNL? Because I know that you were talking about Eddie not doing Bill Cosby on Howard Stern's show, and Seth Meyers wasn't crazy about that. He came out about the Ellen and said, I wouldn't have told that story.
Seth Meyers said that?
Yeah, he said, do we have the quote here? Just bring up the quote. He said, I wouldn't have told it. I feel the same way. I think when you're at SNL, you're seeing so many different things behind the scenes. There are often things to give away that are yours to give away. Norm played it in a way that is very Norm MacDonald. And he went on to praise you, but I don't know what that means. I mean, how do you choose what to reveal and what not to reveal, what to share and what not to share about an institution as powerful as SNL?
I always think, what would Seth Meyers do? It's ridiculous.
Do you have like a necklace or something with a WWSMD on it? And whenever you're in a pickle, just hold that. And what would Seth do?
Yeah, because, if you really want to be really funny, then that's what you want to do. You want to think, what would make Seth Meyers laugh? That's how I live my life.
What do you think of his show?
Of what show?
The Seth Meyers show.
It's not something I would do.
Barbara Walters announced that she's retiring from The View. Well, actually, she announced it 5 years ago, but no one could hear her over those yammering bitches. See?
You all remember our first guest from Saturday Night Live, where, among other things, he hosted the Weekend Update. Remember that? But he was so committed to doing an imitation of Bob Dole, he even took Viagra himself. That is really... Now he's the host of his very own show right here on ABC. It's called The Norm Show. Take a look.
Hearing is 3 o'clock. And don't worry, because with the help of a little oxygen, you're going to be as sharp as a tack for that review. Oh, wow. I just remembered where I left my Lincoln Logs in 5th grade.
In 1938, I killed a hobo.
Do a little Bob Dole for us.
Bob Dole?
Yeah. Would you?
You want me to do it?
Yeah, do it.
It's a kind of an old impression,
Make some of the news again.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, I try to work on new impressions, you know what I mean? Like fresh, torn from the headlines of the newspapers, of the journals, of the, you know.
Well, isn't today's headline? You just do a little.
But I got Liddy Doll. I'm working on a new one, Liddy Doll.
Liddy Doll.
Yeah, I do Liddy Doll.
Do Liddy Doll.
Okay. I'm Liddy Doll, running for president. Liddy Doll wants to be president. Doesn't want to work at the blood bank anymore. Wants to be president of the United States. Liddy Doll.
You got my vote. Okay, I said I'm not. That is
Bob Dole says I'm Bob Dole. This is Liddy Dole. I'm Liddy Dole.
You're sick, man. Very good.
And you know how sometimes, like when people are married for a long time, they start to sound like each other? I think that's what happened with Bob and Liddy Dole.
You are really wild. I mean, you're wild in that show, and you're wild in person.
What?
Don't you think?
No, I think you're wild.
You hear us talking about the Friars Club roast and everything, and you know, Joy is the queen of the Friars Club.
I went to that Friars Club once. I never seen a roast or anything like that, Joy, but I went one time. I loved playing poker. I had a bit of a gambling problem for a while, and I couldn't get enough poker games, right? So this dude, he told me, you gotta go to the Friars Club, man. There's a big poker game there, right? I have to talk to 4 people here. So I go to the Friars Club. Barbara, are you listening?
Yeah.
So I'm at the Friars Club, and they tell me there's this big poker game, right? So I go there, and there's all these old dudes there, right? And they're all comics from like 50 years ago, and I don't know who the hell they are, you know? And it's not like famous comics like Milton Berle or anybody like that. It's these B-level comics from 50 years ago, you know? Like Freddie Roman and dudes like that, right? So they're all playing poker, you know? They're all playing poker. And I'm playing poker. I just want to play poker, but they're all like making jokes, you know. And every joke they're making involves me being a gay dude. You know, you know what I mean? Like they'll go, here you go, kid. Here's a, you know, be like a queen. I get a queen. They go, here's a lady for the lady. And they'd all laugh, you know. And I didn't notice at first. I'm just playing cards, and all of a sudden I realized every joke is me being a homosexual man, right? So I'm not a homosexual man, as you well know. So,
He's definitely not. You're not.
yeah, I'm not. And let me tell you something else. I would have sex with you while you were awake.
Such a novelty for me. Go ahead.
No, there's no story. It's just, and then I'm playing, and then all of a sudden, this old dude next to me goes, kid, just you gotta show him what you're made of. You insult them too. You know, so I'm like, oh, so there's an old dude. There's like 70 years old. So I go, hey, there, old dude. You probably have had a few guys. I've had sex with a few guys, right? And he goes.
Well, that's the story. So that's the story.
You know what?
Okay, so I guess you don't need a punchline.
No, you don't need a punchline. This is the new comedy, Joy. No punchline. If you think this one is funny, then you have to see the Norm Show. Now, I have to actually write down your character. It's a tax-evading former hockey player sentenced to community service as a social worker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You just couldn't come up with a guy named Joe. No, it's this person here.
Yeah.
But I'm told, even with this comic timing, you can't remember your lines.
I can't memorize stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not good at memorizing. We only have 1 minute, by the way.
You can read. So what do you do? He wasn't holding up that finger, so go ahead.
That's a funny one.
What do you do? Well, you weren't listening? What do you do? How do you memorize?
I can't memorize things, like, because in each script we get each week, there's like 600-700 words.
Wow.
You know? And you have to say them in order. You know what I mean?
That's really hard.
That ain't easy.
What is it like on the set of that show with you?
What is it like? Well, what do you mean?
What do I mean? Well, because you're so average.
She thinks you're wacky.
Well, I'm just saying it's hard to memorize. We're not walking around the set going, hey, you know.
So what do you do?
I try to, like, sometimes, if you watch the show, sometimes you'll see, like, I'll forget a line.
We have to watch it, too. Not just have you on, we have to watch it.
You have to watch the show,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
No, but sometimes, geez, this is a long minute. Sometimes, like, if you watch the show, you'll notice, sometimes maybe during the show, there'll be, like, sometimes, like, 20 minutes will pass where nobody will say anything. You know what I mean? Because it was my line. But there's ways to cover. Sometimes I'll just read a newspaper.
You've admitted that you're lazy. I think you've read 6 books in your life.
I've read 6.
6. What kind of a woman would be attracted to you, do you think?
Well, I have a lot of money.
Oh.
They just announced yesterday when we all pranced before the advertisers.
I got Barbara
news for
yesterday.
next year's. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did.
remember?
And I have forgiven you for all those takeoffs you did on all of us very serious news people.
Oh, on the Saturday Night Live program?
You were brilliant.
Yeah.
You were brilliant. No, you were. You really were.
Tell us about your garbage collecting day.
Joy's book is great. Did you read it?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you,
That was
Norm.
a very
Thank
funny
you, Norm.
book. I really enjoyed
Joystick.
that.
Say the name of the book.
Enough already.
Joystick.
We're coming back at the last segment. We're talking hot topics, and we're going to be discussing Star Wars. Do you want to stick around and join
And
us?
action figures.
Great.
You're going to come back. And your minute is up. Okay, be sure to catch the Norm Show tonight at 9:30 Eastern right here on ABC. Later, Barbara's showing you her eye makeup secrets. But when we come back, find out what you do every day that can really be bad for your health. We'll be right back.
Go, girl. Where was her? All of us sitting here instead of being at home. Anyhow, so unless you've been living under a rock, Star Wars. I do not understand why people stand in line for days and days and days. They can't see the movie in 2 weeks. I mean, they don't have jobs. In any event, so I went to see Star Wars. I have never seen any of the Star Wars, and I felt terrible about it until I learned that
I never saw
seen
it. Never saw the first
No,
one.
I never saw any of them.
No.
You never saw anything?
No.
You never wanted to see Star Wars?
No, I never liked them. I don't like those science fiction because my dad always hated them. And you know how you try to be what your dad, you try to be, you know what I mean? And I remember when I was a kid, I watched that Twilight Zone. Remember that show?
Yeah.
And oh my God, my dad hated it because it was too fantastical, and he thought I should be doing the chores. And I remember one time, me and my brother were watching Star Wars.
My son was. Have you ever seen Star Wars?
This goes on. That's Norm.
We only have 2 more minutes.
I was just giving you a little backstory. But me and my brother were watching the Twilight Zone, and then my dad walked by, and we were watching, and we were all excited about this Twilight Zone. And then my dad walked by, and he looked at like the screen, and he said, "I suppose this one's a goddamn ghost."
Oh, well, that was funny. Okay. Anyway, we're going to give our quick review. So, I had never seen it. I thought all of the, you know, the mechanical figures and all of that, I thought that was fine, you know, but it was okay. What'd you think?
Well, I tell you, I did love the pod race. That's the best part. There's this race in the middle of it. I'm a big Star Wars fan because
What about
Harrison
Billy
Ford,
D. Williams? I bet you
but
like
see,
him.
race back in the day with the real original Star Wars.
I hear that was
with,
better.
yes, with my man Harrison Ford playing Han Solo. Now that was some Star Wars. Now, I have to tell you a confession, Barbara. I fell asleep for 10 full minutes in this Star Wars.
I
was watching it. What happened?
I did too.
You did?
Yeah, sort of in the middle. And you never go to Star Wars.
No, you know what? I'm not interested in
You know
Star
what
Wars. I'm
happened? You know what
interested-
happened when she fell asleep? Meredith's husband had sex with her.
You weren't supposed to tell. Yeah?
a little of that if you weren't so busy fondling
what
these
are you
action
doing
figures.
with
I mean,
her?
what are you about? No, well, you know what? There's a psychiatrist. Is it from Harvard? I think it is. Who's been studying these figures and noticed that their muscles are getting bigger, and boys have body images. They don't talk about it, but they do body image problems. And part of it is because of these action figures. They see these and they want to look like them when they get
have
bigger.
the same problems as girls.
So what are you doing with that poor action figure?
Oh, I'm fighting. I am Tom Glab, and I will beat you.
Dennis, did you ever have a body image problem?
Yeah,
or do you
because I'm
now?
really, really thin, so I always wear like lots of clothes because I'm ashamed of my thinness.
No, seriously?
Yeah, look, you can put your whole hand around my wrist. See how tiny it is?
Most boys are built
That's not good
thin.
for a boy.
I mean, if you want to look like this, boys now know that if they want to look like this, they have to take steroids or turn gay. That's how you look like this.
But you're very tall.
I was going to take those
Doesn't that make up
steroids.
for it?
What?
You're going to take steroids?
Yeah, but then I found out, you know that they shrink your testicles? Did you know that? I swear
thought
to
that was
God.
the fun part.
You know what? If you look at this little action figure, I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, we're out of time.
Too bad.
And I have to say, Norm, that speaking as you just did, you fit right into this category. And we may just add you every day to our Hot Topics. Norm, you are
Thank you.
Thank you,
Norm's tone was distinctive and unique, yes.
And nobody did that.
Nobody did what Norm did. You know what I mean? I talk about Norm in the show too. It's funny, and one of the things is Norm would talk people, like we'd talk to some strange way, small talking people, and he'd be like, and then the guy'd be like, "You're right, I'm quitting the job," and he'd walk out, and then Norm would go to me, "I didn't tell him to quit the job." Like, yes, you did. But Norm's whole world was not just he was making fun of you. You were part of this. The
Right.
suckers too.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I mean, you're telling me, he would just spring you in.
It was that brilliant podcast he had with Adam Egan.
Yes.
Where it's just, yeah.
Well, I went to Norm's, his memorial service,
Yeah.
and Adam Egan spoke, and he killed. It was all these professional comedians.
Yeah.
Adam Egan went up and he goes, I love Norm MacDonald, even though if you Google me today, it says Holocaust denier. Adam Egan has the first thing. And he went on about Norm, but it was him with Adam Egan was perfect because the guest didn't know that. Like half the guests, Norm would go, I mean, I agree with you. Not like this guy thinks that the Holocaust didn't happen. And the guests would be, you could see their angry eyes, like, what? And Adam would just sit there and take it. And the guests would leave the show thinking this guy's a Holocaust denier.
Yeah, there was nothing funnier than when Norm
Yeah.
was like, this guy fucking didn't think the Holocaust happened.
So fun. And just blow past it, and the guests would look. You could see them looking angrily.
And then Norm would move on, which
Yes.
is the other brilliant part of
Yes.
the bit. Norm would just keep going, and then the guys would just sneak a look at Adam like, what the fuck's going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was it. And Adam, to his credit, didn't. Sometimes he tried to deny it. Usually he just take the hit.
Yeah.
And that person the rest of their life.
That's so funny.
He's Jewish.
Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll get it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Half Jewish. No, I'm full. Full Jewish.
Full Jewish. All right, then. But you're young, so you might not get it.
Maybe.
Okay, so here's the joke.
Holocaust denier. I'm also.
I'm not going to hold that against you.
Thank you.
I don't understand what complex mathematics is, but one time I was in an elevator with Norm MacDonald, and we're in the elevator with these guys, because Norm MacDonald in an elevator is very, he'll just he will literally say the worst thing you could say about somebody and then leave, and you're left there with all the people. That's his thing, one of his things. But there's two guys who were talking about some complex mathematic thing. This is in the late 90s at 30 Rock. And they're saying this, I didn't even understand what language it was. It was a really deep mathematic thing. And then Norm MacDonald, who had never brought up math or anything like that to me in his life, goes, and starts speaking to them in this, what sounded like tongues. And they're like, oh, but, and they start speaking the binary, and he goes, and he starts speaking this mathematic talk, and then they leave. And then he goes to me like, yeah, those guys are nerds or something like that. And I was like, what? How do you know that? How did you know what they were talking about?
How did he know?
He's like,
He's a nerd too.
He knows something deep, he knows these things sometimes.
He's a very smart guy.
Really smart.
Yeah.
One of those guys that just, he'll just pretend not to know something. And he'll be like, that's and then you're like, what? Anybody walks in the room, he knows what they're talking about,
Yeah, he's a guy that really should have had a podcast a long fucking time ago, and I know he's doing something now. He just sent me a text message the other day that he's starting to do a podcast now. Hey, Joe, man,
I'm doing
finally
a podcast.
Doing that thing we talked about. He should have done a lot because he had that show on Netflix, but they muzzled him when he went on the Howard Stern show.
Right.
And he was saying something, and he didn't want to say retarded, so he said, you'd have to have Down syndrome to believe that. Because he thought that'd be a better thing to say.
But here's the thing about Norm. I'm still not sure if he thought that would be a better thing to say.
Right, you never know.
Because he's so smart. He might have been doing it as a double troll.
Yeah.
No, Norm is capable of the double troll. It's like, I don't want to say retarded. Down syndrome.
The double troll, exactly.
Yes, he's the master of that stuff.
I randomly wound up sitting next to him on planes twice. On 2 different occasions, just like I go, Norm, like out of nowhere, and he's sitting next to me. And one time, we're sitting there, we're talking, and we're having a good old time. And then he's talking about, I quit smoking. He's telling me how he quit smoking and finally quit smoking. And he's telling me all these things. And then when he lands, he literally like he can't stop himself, runs into the airport store and buys cigarettes. And he's lighting it as he's leaving. I go, I thought you quit. He goes, I did. But all that talking about smoking makes me want one. And he's like, before he even got out the door, he's lighting the cigarette. He just couldn't stop himself.
But I like he goes, all that talking. He's the one talking about it. All that talking. He always puts it on you. That's what's great about it.
But
he's like, this guy talks about smoking. He got me back smoking.
But it was so crazy because I was like, that's great, Norm. It's so great you quit. And he's like, fuck, I want a cigarette.
No, he always do like, I mean, I don't drink, I quit drinking. And it was like, oh, really? Did you drink a lot? Yeah. I quit. I finally had to quit, It's hard, but I did it. And they're like, oh. He goes, yeah, because I got fucking wasted last night. And I said, I'm never going to drink again. I was drunk. And people are like, wait, I thought you quit. Yeah, I quit. That's what I'm saying. He's always...
Last night?
Yeah. It's like an elaborate, like Abbott and Costello routine.
Yes, exactly. Well, the gambling, too. He fucking loves gambling. Yeah. Loves it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that's a thing. Like, a lot of these great comics are, like, really impulsive.
Yeah.
It's, like, something about, like, the ability to say some of the crazy shit that he says.
Yeah.
It's, you have to have this like, hot wire.
Yeah.
It's just like, you just want to touch it.
Yep. Oh, no, he's one for the books.
Yeah.
On the subject of SNL, and it's sweet when you took over for Norm, and Gilbert and I haven't said anything. Gilbert, I don't know, have you spoken publicly since Norm passed about him, Gil?
I don't know if I've
We haven't said
publicly.
anything on this show,
Yeah.
which we would like to do now. You both knew him well, but the bartender speech when you took over, and obviously it was a very awkward period for you.
Oh, God.
To be stepping into that role, and also a friend's job.
Yes. Yeah. It was like we lived in the same building, too.
You know how you go to your favorite bar and your local bartender isn't there? You ask, where's Jeff? Jeff no longer works here. I'm Steve. And you're thinking, hey, who's this idiot? I like Jeff. But you still want your drink? And even though Steve doesn't mix your drink the same way you're used to, like Jeff, you still like the bar. You don't have to go to a different bar. And even Steve might feel kind of bad because Jeff trained him.
Did he ever say anything to you about that? Did he ever give you a
He
blessing?
was so no, but he was so classy in not saying anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all.
You have that great I'm Steve, what can I get you?
Yeah.
The bartender piece.
Well, I'm Steve. What can I get you?
But I wish it would have stayed the way it was. But, it is what it is. But yeah, Norm is he's so funny. He was so distinctively funny. You know,
Nobody
he's got a
like
lot of-
him, really.
No, he had his own thing. You know what I mean? He was just very well, like Gilbert. I mean, they just have their own. They march to their own drummer, even in a business where everybody marches to their own drummer. They both have that, idiosyncratic thing where it just be like, this is how I am, and that's it, and it's great. But you have to tune to their frequency. It's not like you can just.
You know what's funny about that first update you did? Here's Norm being fired, as we all know, by Don Ohlmeyer,
right?
Because of cutting too close to the bone with the OJ jokes. When in fact he was doing a public service by telling those OJ jokes. And I'm watching you do your first update. There's an OJ joke. It's like the third joke.
Yeah.
In the February issue of Esquire magazine, O.J. Simpson said that if I had killed Nicole, it would have been because I loved her very much. And then he said, and if I had killed Ron Goldman, it would have been because he accidentally witnessed me loving Nicole very much. Somebody should buy this guy a John Gray book, all right?
You shook his hand once? OJ? Getting out of a car?
Well,
he was getting out of a limo?
He was getting out of a limo middle of the afternoon. And I have no psychic energy. I've never had those kinds of things, But for whatever reason, this was in an afternoon. He's getting out of a limo with a girl. It's spring break. It's packed with people. It's Florida. And they're like, hey, do you want to meet OJ? I go, yeah, OJ. He's greatest running back of all time. Great, charming movie star. I shake his hand. He shakes my hand. And he's not even looking at me. He's looking past me. And he shakes my hand. And I felt like a jolt of evil. I swear to God.
It's like the Dead Zone.
That's what it was like. That's what it was like. And I was like, that was weird, OJ. I love OJ. Well, that was weird energy,
Wow. So you picked up on something.
I feel like I did, It's, of course, in retrospect, but I remember telling people at the time, so.
I was also fond of, going back to your SNL bits, Colin Quinn Explains the New York Times.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And the St. Pat's editorial and Joe Blow. You look like you were having fun, and the best stuff is you and Norm together.
That's right. That's right.
There's obviously an affection that comes across on the screen.
Yes, yeah, and that was the early days of it. It was great.
I'm sorry we never managed to get him here. We tried, and for whatever reason, he was as elusive as you.
He's more elusive. He's like,
he was.
I love to do it. I'd love to. And like, oh, good. How about next week? Yes. What day? And you're like, okay. Yeah. He's like, all right, call him and we'll set it up. Next week is perfect because I'm doing this. And you're like, hey, I'll say Norm. Years later, what happened? What? I thought I was going to come on your show. What happened? It's like, oh, Jesus, Norm.
Well, like you say, march to his own drum.
Yeah.
So happy that the moth joke has been getting circulated so much from our Tonight Show because it is completely outrageous what he's doing. It is, it's the Tonight Show, and he is telling this very long story, and he's taking all the time in the world, and I love it just because even though I was there, I'm delighted every time I see it.
Yeah.
I every time I see it, I'm delighted with it because what he's doing is breaks every rule. Brevity is the soul of wit. That is the rule.
Yeah.
Keep it, and man, he completely, like Picasso, blew up the form. He goes and he tells this joke forever and then finally gets to this punchline, and you can see that everyone's delighted, but he has broken every rule in the book. And I was talking to Lori Jo, and I asked her if it's okay if I related this, and she said it was okay. But she said that not too long ago, someone asked Norm about the moth story that he told on our Tonight Show, and that she said, the guy wanted to know what made you have the nerve to do that, and that he said that, it was that goddamn Frank Smiley. He said, I was only supposed to do one segment, And then suddenly, in the commercial break, Frank came over and said, like, you're doing another one. Because whenever I had Norm, I was greedy. I wanted more Norm. I always wanted more Norm. And so he didn't know that we were going to ask him to do a second segment. He had nothing planned. Absolutely nothing planned. And so as recently as like not that long ago, I think this was a couple of months ago, he was telling somebody, damn it, that was Frank Smiley. Hey, get back out there. Conan wants more.
So he heard that joke from Colin Quinn. And he did the segment, and it was he had 7 minutes prepared.
Yeah.
And so he basically, you say, and then he's done. You say, we'll be right back with more Norm. And he goes, I've got nothing to say.
Yeah.
So then he remembered the Colin joke, and it was a 20-second joke. So he asked you, how long is the segment? And he was hoping you'd say 20 seconds.
Right.
But you said 7 minutes.
Yep.
So it became a 7-minute joke.
Yeah, and he's doing that. This has to be understood. He's doing this on the fly.
Yep.
So his way to slow it down that he came up with on the fly is he invents...
It's a Chekhov play.
It's a Chekhov play.
With Russian names.
With Russian names, and there's a sadness, an ineffable sadness in life weighing on the character's soul. And, and I'm thinking, who... I've never met anybody who would take that chance and make that choice. And I'll never meet anybody like him again.
Well, he was the ballsiest comedian in the history of comedians.
He was taking that, and he was saying, like, the joke doesn't matter. Like that, he would watching that, seeing that clip again. You're getting to see his brain.
Yeah.
He's just showing you his brain. And the notion that the joke is the thing, the joke isn't the thing.
No, it's the journey.
It's taking a stroll through this guy's brain and hearing the choices that he makes and what he has to say. And, and I think that was like kind of what, like there was so much of like what he, would say like, well, that doesn't matter. This matters, and what mattered to him was his own self-expression, was spreading his own kind of genius and his own point of view.
So we're seeing it a little bit in process here, but obviously we watch you on late night shows. We hear you. I just heard you on Howard Stern. We watch you on your podcast, and what we find is suddenly we're sucked into the vortex of a nearly 9-minute joke that we have no idea how it emerged or where it will lead and what will happen with it, except that it will be very funny and we'll be trying to get everybody to listen to it the next day. How do you come saying, "Oh, I have a joke"?
You mean like a street joke, like a real
street joke?
You mean like an actual joke?
Well, I mean like the
like
moth joke or the Dirty Johnny joke.
Yeah, I don't make up those jokes.
They're just out there?
No. Have you ever tried to make up a joke? Like, no comic in the world can make up an actual joke. Like a guy walks into a bar and this happens. This is
startling information.
Oh, you didn't know that? You
no, I thought you come with these things written down on paper, right?
No. They call like a comedian's act jokes, but they haven't been jokes for years. It changed with Alan King to observational comedy. Like talking about crabgrass in your neighbor's fucking yard or something. I don't care for Alan King.
Well, a lot of America is upset right now because there's a huge Alan King audience here.
Oh, yes,
yeah. Or maybe it's Larry King. So you're dodging this a little bit. So these are old jokes that you're stealing from Rich Little?
Not Rich Little didn't tell jokes. No, but like the moth joke, for instance. Colin Quinn told me that joke, and he said, have you ever heard of the moth joke? Meaning it was a famous joke. And I said, no. And he said, a moth goes into a podiatrist's office, and he says, I have terrible problems, doctor, and I think I'm going mad. And the podiatrist goes, oh, well, that's too bad, moth. But why come to me? I'm a podiatrist. you should be going to see a psychiatrist. Why did you come to my office? And the ma says, because the light was on.
So that's a good joke,
Yeah.
but that's not your joke.
That's not my joke. So
No.
I was on the Conan O'Brien show, and I was going to do one segment, and at the end of the segment, he said, "We'll be right back with more Norm." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, I thought a guy was going to show new Christmas toys. So I said, I don't got nothing to say. And then I remember that Colin Quinn. He said, "Just talk." So I remember that Colin Quinn joke, and which is about a 20-second joke, So I said, "How long is this segment?" Hoping he'd say 20 seconds. And he said about 7 minutes, So I made the joke 7 minutes long.
Well, a study this week reports seafood is good for you unless it's fried. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A new study says that people who quit smoking have healthier lungs. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A person who suffers 2 sharp, powerful blows to the head within a short period of time can suffer brain damage or even die. This, according to a new study in the medical journal, Duh.
Ow, my leg!
You all right? What the fuck, man?
The snake's out. The snake, Michelle, come get the snake.
The snake bit me. My calf is all purple, and I have 2 red puncture marks on it.
Yeah, it's probably from where the snake bit you.
That's probably from where the snake bit me?
Yeah.
Duh. Duh. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
You remember earlier when you said that's probably from where the snake bit me? Duh.
It's not helping. It's important, it says here, it's important to remain calm and you need to get your heart rate down. Let's check your pulse.
So you're telling me that I have 9 minutes to live because snake venom is coursing through my heart. And at the same time, you're telling me this would be a good time to remain calm.
Yeah.
Duh. Is there any cure for this?
I gotta suck out the venom.
Okay, let's do it. Fucking suck that venom. Yeah, you fucking suck that fucking venom. Yeah, you want to spit it out? You got a fucking mouth load. I'll fucking shoot it out of your face, you fucking cunt! You fucking whore! Ah!
Oh, thanks, dude. I didn't get any of that in my mouth.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll be back with Simon Helber. You fucking sit down.
I thought of 2 things. The first thing I thought of was I might owe Drew Michaels an apology because he made a special with no audience and I hated it. Because I looked at it like a swimming meet with no water or like what do you like that's the whole thing. But this was very endearing. It was amazing. This there's no question.
Yeah.
I also forget how poetic he is.
Yeah.
With Norm, I didn't know him that well in the 90s. And then when my dad died, I had to do a movie with Norm. And I tried everything to get out of that movie because I was inconsolable. And I couldn't get out of it. And working with him was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It was like he was the right guy at the right time. I was inconsolable.
Did he talk to you about your dad a lot? Or what did he do?
Never came up. He just made me laugh.
Yeah, right.
He just, you know, and it was, you know, wistful and musing, and you know, Norm is, you never knew he was setting something up or not. We were just hanging out, and all of a sudden it'd be like this punchline out of nowhere. But it started to become like a work was like a church I go to. Like I couldn't wait to get to work and just hang around this guy.
That's sweet,
and I knew he was special.
Yeah.
And I've known people for years and years that didn't make me laugh as much as he did in that 8 or 10 weeks. So he's like a real special person to me. And the way he's funny, I just never seen someone get at it like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like he landed the trick.
Yeah,
His timing is like a drummer's. It's like a jazz drummer.
But what would the timing have been with an audience? Still perfect?
I can't tell, you know. He's so nice with it. I feel like it looked like it was supposed to be that. I can't, it's hard to explain it.
This is like listening to a good book on tape.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, that's good.
It reminds me of what I liked about him. He's a soothing person to be around.
Yeah, gentle.
There's something about my favorite comedy is counterintuitive, makes people feel safe, like everything's going to be all right. This guy was, in a weird way, reconciling his mortality hilariously in front of us, and ironically, he's no longer with us. We're sitting in the aftermath of the life of Norm MacDonald, watching like him be incredibly alive.
How would those have registered in front of a live audience, do you think?
Not one of the suckers' mother's tits would kill.
Oh, well, that would have murdered. He had a bunch of things that would have murdered.
Because,
yeah.
When he smiled, I could picture him as a child.
Oh yeah.
He is he, you know, was my senior, but he's got a boyish charm. When he laughs at his own jokes.
Oh man, him laughing is amazing.
There's something just joyful about watching it.
Stay safe, folks. I love you. I would drop the mic, but I paid for it.
That was sweet, man.
Holy shit.
Tearjerker ending. Fuck.
Yep.
When you know your own name, you see it in popular culture used, you know, and Norm is always like, I noticed this ever since I was a kid. When I was very young, there was a show called Peyton Place with Ryan O'Neal as a sexy brother. Norm is, you know, deeply closeted man.
You don't know I'm a secret homosexual, do you?
No, I saw that actually. A deeply, according to you, a deeply closeted homosexual is what you said. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I can't believe you. Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? I mean, that's, you're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted. I'm as straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay. You know, on your last show, I came out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay. But David, on one time, and this is a true story, and Dave, you'll attest to this, bought me a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh, that's right.
Well out of my price range. Now, I'm no one to take charity.
I'm not one to take charity.
I'm saying I sucked him off.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay. That means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy. Jonathan Winters is a brilliant, like, improv guy, and he would dress up as this character, Marty Frickert, you know, as an old lady, and he'd go, hello there. He did a voice, and Johnny Carson just stole it, even the costume, everything. And then, so this guy couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be like if Jimmy Fallon took one of your bits.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You can't do it anymore, yeah.
Robin Williams was notorious for it, right?
Well, listen.
I think it's a well-known. All right, that's fine.
You know what they always say? Speak ill of the dead. You know that old fucking saw. God damn.
It's been a couple years. Just let it go.
It's just been less.
Doesn't matter to me.
Texas millionaire J. Howard Marshall may have died 2 months ago, but as we see here, he and wife Anna Nicole Smith can still enjoy a romantic evening at home.
Deep throat porn legend Harry Reeves.
dead.
Yeah, he died. But how
You
are they
know
going to
who
close
that
that
is?
casket? I mean, because probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus, a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
How are they going to do it?
He was a real pioneer.
It's hard to believe that the entire cast of Saved by the Bell is now dead.
It's hard to believe that. Organist Ray Manzarek died this week at the age of 74. The Curse of the Doors. What about this? 42-year-old Richard Swanson set out to dribble a soccer ball from Seattle to Brazil, but got hit by a car in Oregon and died. Well, at least he got to die loving what he do. At least he got to die doing what he loved, Nick. Dribbling a soccer ball in traffic. No, that's not nice.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, I don't feel great. I gave it something.
Yeah. All my children star Matthew Cowles has died at the age of 69. Oh. Or has he? Oh. David Brenner was the biggest comic ever to come out of Philadelphia.
Well, again,
and he just passed away, and we should talk about him.
Yeah, we should, but let me finish this sentence, and I don't even think David Brenner would mind if he's watching.
Sure. He's probably watching from, actually probably from down below, getting raped by the devil.
Well,
I mean, that guy had some sins that he died with, but whatever. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying David Brenner led a life that made Sodom and Gomorrah seem like Burbank.
Nice guy.
Let me as abacus.
I want to do this.
Jesus. Oh, come on. That's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
That was kind of
What are you,
racist.
Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have a
but
little
Mickey
respect.
Rooney did a very racist thing like you just did in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
Does Bob Barker still work there?
He's dead.
Bob
Did he
Barker's
die?
dead?
I didn't know.
Well, rest in peace.
He's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Drew Carey just
Oh,
took
don't
over.
listen to
I
fucking
assumed he was.
Daniel.
Oh, God, he's not
on
dead.
Who's
I was-
alive and
Bob
who's
Barker is
dead.
not dead.
Last
I think
week,
he was
I
alive.
hope he's alive.
Daniel, we wanted
God.
to book Jan Michael Vincent. The guy tells us he's dead. He's not dead at all. he's all clean like you guys. Oh, by the way, man, my condolences goes out to Hoffman, Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman's still around.
I thought he died of a heroin.
No. Dustin's still with us. We're waiting for Rain Man 2.
Didn't he die of a heroin overdose?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Who's that?
A different actor.
I think it's his son.
No relation. Believe it or not.
None?
No relation.
Who's Relic?
Well, good luck to you, Dustin. Mangraves are the perfect gift for Dad this Father's Day. Your dad's alive?
No.
Fuck. God damn it.
I'm sorry about your dad.
That's fine.
Is your father still alive?
No.
God damn,
Thanks
that's
a
2
lot.
out of 3. He's dead too?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I like it.
Well, this Father's Day, your father's dead. But you have children. You are a father.
Yes, and I'm not dead.
Oh, this is about your aunt.
My aunt?
Is she fucking dead?
Yes.
You don't have a living aunt?
Maybe.
My father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people would fucking answer. They go like, "I'm so sorry," like its closure takes a while. So I had to go, no, it was a joke. That's cool.
How does anyone read that and not, especially from you, and not think it's a goddamn joke?
I wanted to talk about the crocodile hunter. Did you? Because I think
you're gonna make him sad.
Because I think it was tragic at the time, but I think I don't know. People calling me, man, they're shocked. Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Who got killed? The crocodile hunter.
Please don't make me laugh at this.
They were like, he was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile hunter.
That's not.
And you know who had to be pissed about it were the crocodiles, because he got killed by some fruity fish. And so the crocodiles were like, "Hey man, that crocodile hunter got killed. Who did it, Frank?" Nah, you don't even want to know, man.
Please don't do this anymore.
No, Bill, man, you had a chance once. The guy go, "Man, I had a chance. I had that mother. He was Tommy with a stick. I could have eat him and his kid."
I don't feel good about this.
You remember I ever tell you that story, Bill? Yeah, only 1,000 times. I'm so lazy that I feel like guilty sometimes that other people, have, like, put it to me this way, man. If I got, like, in an accident and was paralyzed from the neck down, it wouldn't really affect my lifestyle. It's about the same, watching the TV, lying on the couch. That's why I feel so sad when some guy like that's active, like that Christopher Reeves guy, he's like active, man, and riding horses, and he's Superman, you don't get much more active than that. And so for that guy, it's a tragedy, For me, it's a tragedy that I don't get hit by a truck. But for him, it's a tragedy that he falls off a horse and he's all paralyzed from the neck down. And the worst thing about being paralyzed from the neck down is that your cock is down from your neck. That's the bad part about that. Because if they just told you, yeah, your calf is paralyzed. Yeah. All right, fair enough. If they said, hey, bad news, you're paralyzed from just below the cock down. You're like, oh man, that's too bad. I was going to use those toes and shit. That's like Christopher Reeves lying in his bed. They always got like little thing. Hey, Christopher, we're going to work on your we do a thing now. You can move your neck up a little bit. He's got to be going. Hey, listen, anything on the cock, man, anything at all. If you guys can focus the next couple of years just on the cock, exclusively on the cock, I get used to sitting down, I feel sorry for that guy, man. Remember when he was a director for a while? Wasn't that odd? He was in that fucking thing, but he was a director? Isn't that crazy? I don't know what the hell that was. He was directing a movie, but from a crazy, how can you do that? I don't even know how you can do that. What if he was one of those real bastard directors, So you call that acting, you fucking motherfucker? What the fuck was that? Ridiculous.
He's like, hey, I got something I want to do in the next scene there, Jimmy. How about we kill a fucking horse? I was thinking that'd be a good scene. Shoot a horse in the head. I don't know. That might be a good scene.
Rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. We lost a true heroin addict today.
Hey, Mr. Thornton, man. How did you come to be on that episode of Norm MacDonald Live? Had you met him before, or what the heck? How did that happen? How'd it come about?
Yeah, I've known Norm over the years. Sure, yeah. Nice guy.
He's my favorite comic. You're one of my favorite actors.
I got to tell you, Norm is hilarious. It's hard to beat Norm.
You did that big arena tour, didn't you?
I did it's me and Sandler and Spade, Schneider, Norm MacDonald, and
How funny is Norm MacDonald?
Oh, he's amazing. Ah, what?
Who's the funniest out of that group? Like
I don't know.
Can I speak from the outside? It's weird because like one night it's him, one night it's this thing, but that's an all-star lineup right there. And Norm MacDonald is a funny motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
I just watch. I don't watch comedy. I just watch clips of Norm MacDonald.
Yeah,
that's all I like.
Yeah,
I like Norm.
He's the best.
Yeah, Norm does it for me.
I haven't seen the show. I saw a couple episodes. It was pretty good.
Of the
I used to love
Netflix
that
show?
podcast.
It's the same thing, basically.
Yeah. But there's a magic to that podcast because it came out of nowhere.
Right.
You're just not expecting Norm to
It's the
have
best
a platform.
podcast
ever. That first season of the Norm MacDonald podcast was...
Yeah, it's the best podcast ever.
That's number 1. Cumtown number 2. Rad Dude Cast number 3.
This is you may get annoyed at this, but this one time I was listening to a bunch of old clips of Norm MacDonald, and Norm was talking about the Death Squad. Have you heard that?
He talks about me a lot, and it's so fucking
But it's
funny.
weird. It's really
so
strange. It's like,
funny.
why the fuck does Norm MacDonald? Because he was like, Death Squad. It sounds like a fucking group of fist fighters, not a comedy crew. You're like, what?
He is so hilarious.
It's interesting. Here's what it is, though. To me,
he did a Death Squad show also. So
well, he's talking shit because he likes it, right? He likes to mock things. You only mock things as a comedian that you enjoy. Like when we shit on each other, we joke around about each other's shit. It's only because we fucking enjoy each other. Otherwise, there's no way to really know if you get along with someone if you can't joke around. And I think he does that because he recognizes it. But it's like, from a distance, someone could be like, dude, he hates those guys. It's like, the fact that he knows it is even more important. To me, it's like, that's fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a show. I did a Death Squad show in Denver at the Comedy Works, and
Such a good club.
He was there like the following day, but he came early, and he was just checking out the show, and it was right before we were about to start. And I'm like, he's like, hey, what's going on here? And I'm like, hey, if you want to jump on the show, he's like, what is it? He's like, so it's Death Squad show. He goes, what the, But he used to do it when I first told him about it. So like,
Death
I think
Squad. That sound like a comedy
He's so
crew.
hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I better not say that.
Say it. Don't not say it. Don't not say it. The name of this episode is going to be Don't Not Say It.
Okay.
Come on.
One of the most funniest things about, this is so mean, but one of the funniest things about Norm is like he really helped me out with my hygiene, hair hygiene.
Yeah.
Because that night when I was like talking to him, I look over to him and he had like literally a black like it looked like a bush, like a woman's 70s bush coming out of his ear hair.
He had a pussy ear?
And it freaked me out. So that night I went home to one of those like hotel mirrors that's really close up.
Right.
I look and I had like 2 of them. I'm like, oh my God, no one told me about this. And so now I've always wanted to like tell him like, hey,
him that he
man,
was
you
the
got
inspiration?
like, you got like a quarter-sized bush hanging.
Well, now I hope he sees this and hears this.
I feel bad.
Yeah, the Death Squad guy says I got a lot of ear hair. Fuck him.
But
man.
wouldn't you want somebody to tell you?
Yeah, no. Honestly, dude, most of us probably want somebody to tell us, but for the most part, we're so embarrassed about these shortcomings that you're like, please don't let me know about that fucking shit.
So now I'm freaked out about that and nose hairs.
That's funny. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
If a comedian can't take a joke about that shit, I mean, we're in deep shit.
Have you met Norm MacDonald before?
I got to work with Norm, and I guess I mean I hope he doesn't mind if I tell him because this is a very endearing.
Last Comic Standing.
No, I did.
Right?
I did the
That was
season before.
Okay.
But I got to work with him one week, and we.
What did you do?
Oh man, I watched every single set he did, and it was so cool. And we actually got. You know what? I already got into the story, so I got to tell it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, that's fine.
He wanted to get high.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I don't really get high before shows, but afterwards, cool. And
Sure.
he's like, no, now.
Well, when Norm MacDonald says now,
right?
You say yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he goes and hands me the joint, and I was like, okay. And then he hands it back for a second hit, and I was like, no thanks. And he goes, what's your problem? And I go, well, I'm just worried I'm going to repeat a joke, and I still have to go up and bring you up because the opener was on,
right?
And I was hosting. So I still have to go up there and bring you up, and I just don't. I already did some jokes earlier, and I just don't want to tell the same joke again. And he goes, "That's insane. You're an idiot. Smoke this." and so I smoked it, and then we go inside, and I'm so high. I go, "I'm just going to bring you up. I'm not going to do any time. I'm just going to bring you up." And he's like, "No, do a couple minutes." And I go, "No, please just let me just bring you up." And he goes, "No, do 5 minutes." This guy's doing really well. Give me, take a little, do a little time in between.
You need a little buffer between comments.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, okay. So I went up there and I was so high, I was like, I don't even remember what I said in the first half of my set. So I'm just going to tell jokes that I haven't told in years. And when I told a joke,
so you told the audience, you let the audience in on the fact that you had been.
No, the audience didn't know.
They didn't know.
So I would just tell.
Okay. Oh, so you just said that to yourself. I'm just going to do jokes I haven't done in 5 years.
Yes,
Okay.
and I walked on stage and I would tell a joke, and then I would watch the audience, and if they laughed, I would relax and go, okay, that one down. And I did that the whole set. It was horrible. I was so stressed out, and then I just said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald," and I look over to my right, and there he is walking the opposite way, and the feature turned him around and pointed him to the stage.
Over here, Norm.
That's how high we got by accident.
By accident, like you tripped on a joint. But I mean,
I love the peer pressure from Norm, though. That's awesome. It's like a high school, middle school, all over again.
And he's my hero, so I just, for me, that was I was a little worried about him. But then he walked on stage and he opened it up with this great bit, and he was crushing.
Right.
He was destroying, and then he got the light, and then he started to wrap it up. And he started to tell the joke he opened with. And I started to freak out. Like I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And the audience thought it was a joke. They thought he was being Norm.
I'm sure.
But when he delivered the punchline, and it was the same punchline, they realized he had just forgotten his joke, and they didn't laugh. They felt a little betrayed, and he walked off stage in complete confusion. And
that bit usually kills.
And then the feature goes, "You told the same joke twice, you idiot." And he goes, "No." And then he looks at me and he goes, "This is your fault." And I never got to work with him again. That was the last time I worked with Norm.
But you know what? With Norm MacDonald, though, that's Norm. He's so irreverent that
you'd almost expect it.
He can do that.
Yeah.
And that's a bit in itself. I mean, look at the cauliflower joke he did on the roast of Bob Saget.
Yeah.
That bit, he purposely went up there on that roast and bombed on purpose.
Yeah.
And it was genius.
Yeah.
And have you heard that bit?
Watch Norm MacDonald roast. Who was he roasting?
It was Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Your head looks like a cauliflower or something like. I'm not going to do the bit, but yeah, go back and.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Prince and Genesis were better anyway.
Your favorite guests are always like the Bill Burr, Norm MacDonald. This might go off the rails really fast.
I
type of guys.
Norm MacDonald, one of the great talk show guests of all time. He invented something that Norm MacDonald invented this amazing thing that I've never seen anybody do before or since. It's kind of like he split the atom. It was that revolutionary. Norm would come on and he would, instead of telling you a real story, like if I had you on the show and you're like, "Hey, Bill, when remember I was living in Chestnut Hill once," and you would tell a real story about what happened to you in your life. Norm tells old jokes as stories that happened to him.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, "Norm, what are you up to?" And I mean really old jokes from like the 1920s. And he'd be like, "Well, Conan, I don't know if you're aware that purchased a farm, Conan. I'd be like, really? You purchased? Yeah. I purchased a farm. Of course, I have 3 daughters. And I'm like, you have 3 daughters? Yeah, I have 3 daughters on the farm. One very attractive, one not as attractive, and of course the third not, kind of. Well, she's ugly, Conan. She's ugly. And I'd be like, Well, one day, this traveling salesman comes to the farm, and he says, now, Norm, I tell you. And then it's like he's telling an old traveling salesman joke.
Yeah.
But
you know about halfway through where it's going.
I usually know. I know kind of what he's doing. I'm laughing that he has the balls to do this. I'm laughing at the audacity. So I don't even care if this joke lands or not. I'm laughing that he's committing to the fact that, no, he doesn't have a farm. He doesn't have 3 daughters. There's no traveling salesman. But he doesn't care in a way that is exhilarating and scary at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus, he probably has some people in the audience who are taking completely seriously, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's got some people thinking.
We call them tourists.
Yes, we call them. They're usually from San Bernardino.
Well, Norm had the greatest talk show moment in the history of talk shows with Courtney Thorne-Smith.
That was epic. That was so great. And it's funny because
it's lived on. Who knew that we were going to have YouTube eventually? Where we could just queue it up on command.
God bless YouTube. I had no idea when those things were happening. I thought, we're talking 1993, 94. When those things were happening, I thought, what did I know? I just thought if you were up and you saw it, that means you saw You saw an amazing thing happen. And if you, and then maybe if I get to stay on the air long enough, we'll have a 1-year anniversary show, and maybe you'll see it then. But if you're not there for that, it's gone. And now I meet people, that around the world that will say, oh, I just saw that thing with you and Norm and Courtney Thorne-Smith. And I'll think, that was a moment of my life when I was 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like 85 now. Like, how is that possible?
Let's talk about you now. Let me ask you something.
Yes,
Another guy from Canada has come and invaded show business here in the United States.
With an acerbic wit.
So many funny guys come out of Canada. What is it about Canada that produces all these comedians? What do you think it is?
I don't know, because when I'm in Canada, no one's funny.
You think it's the long, dark, cold winters? You just had to find something to laugh about?
Yeah, we don't have dark winters. We don't live in the Arctic Circle.
But they're long, aren't they?
They're long and cold, and they're cold.
And really cold.
Yeah, they're cold.
So when you're a kid up in Canada...
I don't want to put too fine a point on it, but they're cold.
Yeah.
You said this is the coldest you've ever been. You're Canadian, so are you okay with this?
I've been colder than this. I've been colder than a vampire's...
Go on.
That's like an 8 a.m. joke.
We can do it at 7:19. The stage is yours.
Are you drunk? Because all you did was ride a cooler and you're sweating.
I am. Well, it's hot it's hotter than a $2
Well, he's
pistol
got like
in here.
12 layers on.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be really cold.
Well, you're from Canada. This should be springtime for you.
No, I know I'm from Canada, but I'm still a human being. Like it's not like you evolved differently. I'm from the frozen north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets colder than It gets colder than a...
Oh, here it comes. Get your finger on the panic button.
No, I think it gets colder than a vampire's demeanor.
Okay, that's better.
Wow. Surprisingly cerebral. Well, let me ask you something. Now, I knew you when you started here in L.A., but you're from Canada.
Yeah.
You started in Canada. I did some gigs in Canada, and it's a little different, isn't it?
It's kind of rough there because they got like a lot of people that like hate me.
Oh, well, that could be a disadvantage.
That's rough going in. But it was all like, you go to these crazy places like Medicine Hat or Red Deer.
Yeah.
Or I played one place, Head Smashed In, Buffalo Jump. It was a crazy place.
Yeah.
And you know how I got his name? It was a guy, in the old days,
the buffalo used to run and open in the plains. It was beautiful, you know, way back in the 70s. And they would run. And so the way they'd catch them is, Jay, they'd dig a hole with a shovel.
Right. Dig a hole. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
And then they dig the hole with the shovel, and then the buffalo, they're dumb animals. They just run, you know, and run and run and run, and then fall into the hole, right? So one time this Indian dude, a brave, you know, he was digging the hole, and he didn't hear all the buffaloes were already running. And then all the buffaloes fell on his head and smashed it in. So then they called the town Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump. It's a very unwieldy name.
Really unwieldy name.
Yeah.
And you played gigs there? I mean, what were the audiences like?
They were horrible. Man, they hated my guts.
Yeah.
One time I kissed Relic.
The Beachcombers?
Yeah.
Were you on a ferry or?
No, that Indian guy from the show gave me some bad heroin.
That's not true.
No.
You made that up.
I didn't make that part up, but I did have a long kiss with Relic.
For a show or just
well,
party?
Yeah, no, I was supposed to be on the Beachcombers.
Right, that would have been awesome with Jackson Davies too.
Yeah,
yeah.
And turns out I was never going to be on the Beachcombers, and I was just going to be in Relic's hotel room.
What, were you in Vancouver?
Yeah, I was in Vancouver, and I'm like, this is going to be the greatest. I'm going to be, I was supposed to be like the new breed of the Beachcomber and everything. That's what Relic said.
So this is a next generation Beachcomber thing?
Exactly.
Okay.
Beachcomber, the next generation. Relic was supposed to be the executive producer, and he'd make occasional like appearances. This is what he told me in his hotel room.
Come on. This didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
Okay. I got to read this book. Sean.
Hey, I should put that in the book.
You should. I know there's a couple generations maybe between you two as comedians. Looking at
a couple.
Watching Norm over the years and some of the characters, what's it like being alongside one of the best?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I love Dirty Work, and I love Saturday Night Live. And then I worked with Norm. He was my boss, my first boss in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Sean's awesome, man. Future of comedy. If you show this clip like 10, 20 years from now, you're going to go, who's that old guy talking about, who the hell is Relic?
Oh, I love that
I'll
story.
be like Relic, and he'll be like me, like 20 years, when you look at this in the vault.
In Canada, it's different. Like here in the States, you vote for the president, maybe you vote for the wrong guy, a war happens.
Right.
In Canada, it's not like that. You go, like, what's the big thing? Should they make that bridge?
Right. That's the biggest.
Yeah. So it doesn't really matter. So it's, you know,
It's too much
we're
pressure.
very inconsequential, Canada.
Yeah.
Last time I performed here at the Just for Laughs Gala was 25 years ago, and I did so well, they invited me back. So that was nice. I love Montreal, my God, you know, and call me an eternal optimist, you know, but I really believe in my heart that this is the year that the Expos are finally going to win it all. Montreal, famous for a lot of things, you know, one of them being the greatest strip clubs in all of the world. Yeah. Last night, are you aware of Club Super Sex? Yeah, so last night I went to Club Super Sex. I chose the soup. Big mistake. Hey, big election coming up, and in Canada, this is the difference in elections in America and Canada, is elections in America mean something. You vote for the wrong motherfucker, the world blows up. I don't need that on my hands. Whereas Canada, you know, it's always like, well, what's your view on the bridge? I say keep as it is. I don't think they need to clean that up. That's fine. It was easy when I was young to vote because it was simply, you know, you just didn't vote for the French guy. It couldn't have been an easier choice. As a matter of fact, I almost feel like coming back this fall just as an homage to my late father and not vote for Trudeau. My dad did not like Trudeau. Trudeau was my hero, though. I loved him, you know. And since I've come back, I've been watching the news and everything. I've been seeing Justin, you know. And I thought, by God, you know, this Justin kid, he must be brilliant because his father was Pierre Elliott Trudeau. But then I forgot, he's got a mother. So that's kind of evens everything out. You know, what's also different in American and Canadian elections? In America, you get to vote for the President of the United States, and in Canada, you vote for some motherfucker who lived down the street. In your riding. Whatever the hell that is. So then, that guy, he goes to the House of Parliament, you know, and he's like, oh, wow, this is big. And then the speaker's like, all right, well, what are we going to talk about? Anybody want to bring an issue? And then your guy's like, yeah, I just, our bridge ain't looking too good. The speaker's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I go, no, I'll sit down. Sorry about that,
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood before me, but it feels so good.
Thank you and good evening. I'm Norm MacDonald, and I could not be more excited to be here. You know, when I was asked to host the Canadian Screen Awards, I called my good friend Chris Rock, and I said to him, I've got some great news, Chris. I'm going to Canada. And he said, I've got some great news, too. I'm hosting the Oscars. What are you doing in Canada? And I said, you know, visiting some family, friends. The usual. We're coming to you live from Toronto, or as you cost-cutting location scouts call it, New York City. Never has there been such an assembly of great Canadian talent in a single location that did not have to be Zambonied first. Tonight, the CSAs are being seen in over 50 countries. Isn't that exciting? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Don't, wait. I misread that. 50 counties. And a couple of regional municipalities. We are here to celebrate nominees for their wonderful work in Canadian cinema and television, which is a lot like celebrating the Northern Lights. You probably haven't seen them, but you've heard they're amazing. We have a lot to celebrate in our industry. Amongst the TV shows nominated tonight are Amazing Race Canada, Big Brother Canada, Master Chef Canada. Where do they come up with these ideas? But it's been a wonderful year for Canada. It's been a especially great year for one little guy. One adorable little Canadian youngster who's already accomplished so much. Of course, you know who I'm talking about, Justin Trudeau. Hasn't he had a wonderful year? It's been a busy weekend getting here. We lost an hour. As you know, daylight savings time went into effect last night. I give it 6 months. Well, we're going to start the show, but I was... It hasn't started yet. You didn't know. I saw a wild look of alarm cross your eyes. But I was backstage yesterday, and we were doing rehearsals, and I asked, what is the statuette called? And they said, it's called the Canadian Screen Award. And I said, well, that seems kind of dull. Like, what? That's the name of the award? And they said, well, we've been bandying around different names, but none of, they said in Canada it takes a long time to get stuff done and stuff. But one of them that they said, one of them they mentioned was the Candy. And I think John Candy, I mean, who doesn't love John Candy? So of course, the statuette should be called the Candies. So what I'm asking you to do is, if you are a presenter, ignore the teleprompter and say, the candy goes to. And if you are lucky enough to win one, go, I won a candy. What do you think of that? Can you go along with that? Excellent. That would make us a better nation. I am not here to upbraid. However, I think I made it quite clear that these awards should be referred to as the Candies. A 9-year-old child knew. Are you so burdened with this preposterous technology? So I would like not to see that again. Backstage I was thinking how different things are since I moved to the United States. Now I'm in the United States. One thing I've noticed about films, I don't like foreign films anymore. They're all like artsy, kind of not my cup of tea. But when I grew up in Ottawa, by God, I loved foreign films. Star Wars, Smokey and the Bandit. Do you remember that one? Here to present our next award, the Candy. And this will be the end of my upbraiding, I hope. George St. Kitts and the Candy Band. Who can take a sunrise? Come on, guys. Sprinkle it, but they can't. Well, whatever. Well, our next presenters are political people. And it made me think, because I was just told Cape Breton Island, I don't know if you know this, but they are offering sanctuary to anyone that lives in America after Trump is elected president by a landslide. And I agree with this in principle, but why Cape Breton Island? I mean, can't I just flee to Toronto? Do I have to leave the fucking planet? I mean, I just go to Baffin Island while I'm at it. All right, now, welcome to the stage, two Canadians. Oh, the Candies are going great so far, aren't they? I would like to say to Eugene Levy that there's no reason to be ashamed of your son. My son only this morning punched me in the chest really hard. Listen, I have some good news. I just found out that all of you here tonight will be getting a swag bag. Yeah. Just like the Oscars. I haven't seen one yet, but why don't we take a look and see what you're getting? I'm going to call Megan, our golden girl, out. Megan, our golden girl? Hi, Megan. Come on out here. Ah, you brought the swag bag. Yes, can you hold it open? And then I'll take things out of the swag bag. What do we have here? A loose pancake. What else we got here, Megan? We got, this looks cool. It's a CD, you know what they are, of Nelly Furtado singing all the national anthems. Torn from today's headlines. See what else we have. We have this. Ah, yes, this. This is a bottle of Eau de John Cherry Cologne. It's for the gentleman in the audience. Now, what else do we have? Hopefully something a little funnier than the last one. Here. We have a 30-minute massage from producer Robert Lantos. Don't try to go for 50. You only can hit 30. And then what else do we have here? Oh, a curling stone. You know what these are made of? I always took them for granite. Last time I take a joke from Martin Short. All right. Megan, just do some house cleaning here. Having a hand for Megan, our Golden Globe. A natural mistake. All right. Listen, guys. For some reason, I've been told to stretch. So, I've never tried that before. The show's over, folks. Good night. For the first candies, respect, peace.
Obviously, a lot of entertaining celebrities, but Norm Macdonald used to come on our show in the early days, and those were, I thought, great television because we never knew what was happening, and it was always teetering on the edge of, it was all about to blow up. It's all about to fail, and it would always end brilliantly. And then he stopped coming around, and it was just a period that passed. And I was always sad about that because I thought, we're a very celebrity-conscious age, and people always think that the best guests are the biggest celebrities. Sometimes, the best guests are these people that you have a weird connection with, and it's compelling television. People see and they talk to me about it later on. Like I'll be out in the world walking around, and people will say, "I saw that when you were with Harlan or when you were with Norm or with Will, and that really got wild and crazy in a way that they don't see on television now."
Have you, over the years, who are some of the people who have been your go-to people? That I just remember Dave in his early years had Terry Garr and he had Sandra Bernhard. Yes. And they were kind of magic together. Who are your...
I had so many people. Norm Macdonald was this person who would come... you all know Norm Macdonald, but Norm Macdonald, when we'd have him on in the early days, to this day, I've never interviewed anybody like Norm Macdonald.
Who was the best guest that you've ever interviewed, and who was the worst?
I love Will Ferrell. I also love Norm Macdonald because he comes on and his stories are all invented. None of them are real. They're all old farmers' daughters jokes. And he pretends he'll come on. I'll say, "What's up, Norm?" He'd be like, the other day I was walking down the road and a pirate comes up to, I'm like, "What?" Yeah, a pirate comes along, and he's got 3 pigs with him. One of them is wearing a hat, one's got a pipe, and then it's just a complete waste of everybody's time that's absolutely delightful and hilarious. And so I love him.
Your favorite guests are always like the Bill Burr, Norm Macdonald,
Yes.
this might go off the rails really fast type of guys.
Yeah. Norm Macdonald, one of the great talk show guests of all time. He invented something that Norm Macdonald invented this amazing thing that I've never seen anybody do before or since. It's kind of like he split the atom. It was that revolutionary. Norm would come on and he would, instead of telling you a real story, like if I had you on the show and you're like, hey, Bill, you know, tell me, well, you know, and remember I was living in Chestnut Hill once, and you would tell a real story about what happened to you in your life. Norm tells old jokes as stories that happened to him.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, Norm, what are you up to? And I mean, really old jokes from like the 1920s. And he'd be like, well, Conan, I don't know if you're aware that I purchased a farm, Conan. I'd be like, really? You purchased a... Yeah, I purchased a farm. Of course, I have 3 daughters. And I'm like, you have 3 daughters? Yeah, I have 3 daughters on the farm. One very attractive, one not as attractive, and of course the third not, kind of... Well, she's ugly, Conan. She's ugly. And I'd be like, Well, one day, this traveling salesman comes to the farm, and he says, now, Norm, I tell you. And then it's like he's telling an old traveling salesman joke.
Yeah. But you know about halfway through where it's going.
I mean, I usually know. I know kind of what he's doing. I'm laughing that he has the balls to do this. I'm laughing at the audacity. So I don't even care if this joke lands or not. I'm laughing that he's committing to the fact that, no, he doesn't have a farm. He doesn't have 3 daughters. There's no traveling salesman. But he doesn't care in a way that is exhilarating and scary at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus, he probably has some people in the audience who are taking completely seriously, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's got some people thinking.
We call them tourists.
Yes, we call them. They're usually from San Bernardino.
Well, Norm had the greatest talk show moment in the history of talk shows with Courtney Thorne Smith.
That was epic. That was so great. And it's funny because
it's lived on. Who knew that we were going to have YouTube eventually?
You know
where
what?
We could just cue it up on command.
God bless YouTube. I had no idea when those things were happening. I thought, we're talking 1993, 94. When those things were happening, I thought, what did I know? I just thought if you were up and you saw it, that means you saw You saw an amazing thing happen. And if you, and then maybe if I get to stay on the air long enough, we'll have a 1-year anniversary show, and maybe you'll see it then. But if you're not there for that, it's gone. And now I meet people, that around the world that will say, oh, I just saw that thing with you and Norm and Courtney Thorne Smith. And I'll think, that was a moment of my life when I was 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like 85 now. Like, how is that possible?
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. I wish that you would come around.
You are making a movie with Carrot Top, right?
I made a movie with Carrot Top.
Okay.
Wait a minute, she left Melrose Place to do a movie with Carrot Top?
That's where I'm going, my friend. What's the movie going to be called?
Really? I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
Smith, the girl sitting to your left, is in the movie.
I'm going to go see it for fun.
Well, there's this 2-hour season finale of Melrose Place. There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D. Well, more bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry in their continuing battle with the Food and Drug Administration. This week, the FDA banned their newest flavor, stuff from Ben's beard. Meddling bureaucracy wrecking that. Well, bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry. This week, the Food and Drug Administration banned their newest flavor, Ben's back hair.
ZZ Top saying that every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man, but you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
It's funny and true.
That one was written for yours. That was
no,
more
no.
your cadence right there.
No.
But you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive. This is a study that took place at the University of... Yeah, I'll do it another week. It's such a funny joke.
Another week.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive than men without beards. More great work from the University of Bob Seger. My dad used to call it take a shave. Take a shave. He'd get mad at me.
See, people don't know you the way I know you.
Right.
This guy likes to have a good time.
I like to, I drinks a bit.
That wasn't what I was talking about.
Oh, what were you talking about?
I was just saying you have a good time. It's a real innocent thing to say, and then you get right into the drinking.
Yeah, occasionally I like to drink a beer. I like regular drinks. I don't like.
As opposed to ether? Yeah. What are you talking about?
What I was talking about is, those shooters? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're shooters and they're like, they have dirty names, like sex names. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're all called like, the red-headed whore or something.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's the one I like. It's actually named after me. But
I guess the idea is in your head you want to order them because you're drunk. You go, hey, they go, hey, you think maybe you'll get they go, you want a red-headed whore? Yeah, like that, right? You figure Rula Lenska's going to come in, you're going to have, right? You're going to have some dirty sex. But no, what I was going to say was this.
But you like, you said you sometimes you have a little too much to drink, maybe?
One time I drank a super amount, and I'd only been...
A super amount, right?
It was when I was a young guy. I'd only drunk like 8 or 9 times in my whole life. I never had gotten really drunk, but I'd had drinks. And I went out with my buddies and I was drinking, and they were having those crazy drinks. All of a sudden, I was really drunk. And then a guy gave me some pills. Like, he said, hey, you want some pills? And I said, yeah, all right. So I ate the pills. And you're not supposed to eat pills while you drink.
I think even if you're not drinking, it's not a good idea when someone goes, you want a bunch of pills? Yeah.
I know.
Combining the two.
This guy was a decent guy. He was a bouncer. No. But, so I said, yeah, so these pills, they just make you like 100 times drunker. So then I'm really drunk. And then like time passed, but I don't remember. And then my friends were like, hey, let's go. I'm like, why don't you guys go? Where are you going to, why go? Right? Like we're in a bar drinking, right? And like it doesn't seem right that you don't want to go home, and watch I Love Lucy or something. So you're like, hey, I just stay here. I'll make new friends, right? So I was like real drunk, and everybody was like cool. It was like a Western. It had a jukebox, one of those. Guy gives you a whole bottle there, and you go, ah. And then...
That's what you do when you're drinking, you a pirate?
Yeah. And then it was the funnest, man. There was a big fat bearded guy there, and I was hanging with him, real drunk. All of a sudden, right, I'm like, oh, man, I can't remember anything. I remember like I sort of falling into a pool table or something like that.
Right.
And then I wake up, right, and it's like I'm in a bed. I look beside, there's the fat bearded guy beside me.
No, really?
Yeah. So I go, oh, Lord God, I had sex with the fat bearded guy, And at the time, like, I never had sex before in my life.
Yeah.
And I always thought, it's probably going to be with a lady. You know what I mean? So then I looked over, and the weird thing was, instead of us being in the same bed, he's in a separate bed, right? Like, we have 2 separate beds.
It's like twin beds.
Twin beds. So then I'm like, wait a minute, now this is weird, because... why would we be in separate beds? Is he like an old-fashioned gay guy, And then, right? But
he has the good values, yeah.
So
we're not married yet.
There's no such thing, of course, as an old-fashioned gay guy. They're the most decadent people. So I said, what? With sex, they enjoy sex like crazy,
We mustn't generalize.
No, we mustn't generalize.
No, but go ahead.
Seriously, if there was a bathhouse for straight guys, we wouldn't be able to have sex 9, 10 times a night anyway. So anyways, I'm with, they love
have sex. It's a good thing. But I'm beside the fat bearded guy. I go, holy Lord. Anyways, it turns out, not a gay man at all. Turns out this guy, when I blacked out, had checked me into a rehab.
No.
Yeah.
And she's in there with you?
Yeah, so I got robes and a slipper, and they wouldn't give me my clothes back. And I had to stay in there for 3 days. And they're like, you're an alcoholic. I go, no, I'm not. And then apparently that's what alcoholics say too, you know? So then for 3 days I had to stay there. I had to go to AA meetings. And I'd only been drunk like 9 times, right? So they're like, what's your worst one? I go, I guess the 9th one was bad, you know?
Right.
That was, and when did you hit bottom? I said, I don't know. The cool part of it was the girls all get up, right? And all their stories are all the same. Whenever they hit bottom,
right.
Every story is the same. They're like, oh, when I hit bottom, you know, I a guy for a drink, you know? And you're like, oh. You know, every guy. Yeah.
Couldn't we just take them out of the studio for the Norm part and then bring them back? Get a salad guard up, something?
So anyways.
All right, well, that's a nice story.
No, but it's a serious illness, you know. Alcoholism. It's an illness. It's an illness, you know.
Yeah.
It's a good illness because you get, you know, there's not a lot of illnesses you get to be drunk all the time.
Yeah, I know. That's a corker.
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but
At a veterans hospital in the Bronx yesterday, 4 Playboy playmates were on hand to wish the residents a happy Valentine's Day. One veteran who was there called it an afternoon of, quote, hellish, agonizing sexual frustration. And finally, first place in Weekend Update's most romantic Valentine contest goes to David Delafera of Kearney, New Jersey. And coming in last place for the 3rd year in a row, O.J. Simpson.
Hey everybody, my mother and I are here to tell you some Valentine's Day jokes.
Where did all the hamburgers take their girls on Valentine's Day? A meatball. How does a phone propose to his girlfriend on Valentine's Day? He gave her a ring.
40 years ago, on Valentine's Day, I met a girl on a train. She had dark hair. It smelled of lavender.
What did the girl cat say to the boy cat on Valentine's Day? You are perfect for me. If you were a triangle, I bet you'd be a cute one.
She was rich, and I was poor. Her family had a cabin of their own, and she took me to it. I remember laying on her cot and washing her feet.
What is the difference between the girl who is sick of her boyfriend and the sailor that falls into the ocean? One's bored over a man, and the other is a man overboard.
Ultimately, her father didn't approve, and in the middle of the night, I was escorted away by his private security. But every year I go to that train station, and I look for that girl. I've never found her.
Knock, knock.
She had a small dove tattooed to the inside of her wrist.
You're supposed to say, who's there?
Who's there?
Olive.
All of who?
I love you.
You kissed your math teacher in Canada?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was like 7.
On the lips?
Yeah, on the lips. This is what happened. Nobody wanted to be my Valentine.
Oh, no.
We had an odd number of people in our class.
So you went up to her?
So I got molested.
Dream date with Norm. Who wants a dream date with Norm? Why sit home alone? Just pick up the phone for your dream date with Norm.
Warning, when Norm comes to your house, he will look nothing like this. Do not operate Norm while intoxicated. The producers are not responsible for Norm's behavior.
Roseanne, this is what Kevin Nealon told us. Tell him that story out of me again. He doesn't have his own anecdotes.
No. All my 90% of my anecdotes come from Kevin Nealon, but he told this real doozy about.
I should talk to him.
Yeah, you should.
So I can have some fun.
He said during Roseanne's
Roseanne
talk
had a
show.
talk show.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh yes, yes.
So one time, the guest was Joe Pantoliano, and she didn't know who he was.
You fucked it up! God damn it, oh motherfucker!
See? I'm a guest on there, and now it's time to introduce the next guest. And she says, okay, this next guy coming out, he's a great actor. He was in Risky Business. He was done all kinds of stuff. I just love him. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Pantoliano. And he comes out, and as he's walking across the stage toward the desk, she goes, oh, I know who he is. I know him.
You don't even have your own stories. You take other people's stories and fuck them up. Very good.
I'll tell you the story, but it's fucked up. But she's like Joe Pantoliano. She goes, this next guy's Joe Pantoliano. He's great. He was in Risky Business, and you all know. Come on out, Joe Pantoliano. And as Joe Pantoliano was walking out, Roseanne said, I know that guy. Now,
See, you already fucked it up.
Yeah.
So now when he told it the right way,
that's my role.
It didn't work.
Didn't work because he knew that she didn't know.
Don't ask him to tell any more stories.
Damn.
Or jokes or anything.
What do you have to say now?
I mean, I'm not a good,
Anything.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, it's like...
Gilbert is not looking at your slow burn that you've been trying to perfect.
It's not, I mean...
Well, a study this week reports seafood is good for you unless it's fried. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A new study says that people who quit smoking have healthier lungs. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A person who suffers 2 sharp, powerful blows to the head within a short period of time can suffer brain damage or even die. This, according to a new study in the medical journal, Duh. Dr. Jack Kevorkian was responsible for another death this week, this time a 58-year-old woman. She is the 26th of Kevorkian's patients to die since 1990. When are people going to realize he is not a good doctor? Do not go to this man. He's incompetent. He's terrible. Dr. Jack Kevorkian and 7 associates have unveiled new guidelines for doctors in planning physician-assisted suicide. Rule number 1, get paid in advance. In a Michigan courtroom this week, Dr. Jack Kevorkian was acquitted of murder charges after jurors agreed that he had made a compelling argument for assisted suicide. Last week, during his latest trial on charges of assisted suicide, Dr. Jack Kevorkian startled a Michigan courtroom when he stood up and shouted, "This is a lynching." Everyone turned to look, and sure enough, he just lynched some old guy. Tomorrow night on 60 Minutes, Dr. Jack Kevorkian will sit for his first ever in-depth interview. According to producers, Kevorkian agreed to the interview only on condition that it be conducted by veteran correspondent Andy Rooney. Wait. Don't do it, Andy. It's a trap. It's a trap. This week, Dr. Jack Kevorkian was granted an emergency 30-day permit to carry a handgun after telling a court that he fears, quote, right-wing nuts. But if you ask me, you know, I think Kevorkian's just getting a little lazy, you know? In other news, authorities in Pontiac, Michigan are trying to determine if Dr. Jack Kevorkian was involved in the death of a woman whose body was found in the back of his suicide van. You know, I'm no expert in police work, but yes! In music news, Dr. Jack Kevorkian has performed and recorded a 1-hour CD of his own jazz compositions for the flute. You know, Dr. Kevorkian, I've listened to your CD, and I've got some advice. Don't quit your day job, all right? You know, murdering old people, stick with that. Stay away from the flute and stick with the murdering old people. This is my advice. Dr. Jack Kevorkian announced this week that he will start to offer organs taken from his suicide patients to people who need transplants. In addition, Kevorkian promised that anyone who does not get a life-saving organ will receive a free murdering. There was outrage in Detroit this week when Dr. Jack Kevorkian helped a woman commit suicide in a local church, leaving her body inside the church building. According to Kevorkian, murdering people in his van has almost completely lost its sense of blasphemy. Hello, how are you? And finally, in medical news, there are reports that suicide doctor Jack Kevorkian is considering retirement. As Kevorkian put it, "I always said I'd quit the day it stopped being fun." Well, the holidays are upon us again, and that can mean only one thing: a dramatic increase in suicides. Hi, I'm Dr. Jack Kevorkian. You know, after I introduced my suicide machine 2 years ago, I got a flood of letters thanking me. But I also received letters like the following. Hey, Dr. Kevorkian, your machine is great for people with painful terminal illness.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer...
Dr. James Watts, a neurosurgeon who performed the first frontal lobotomy, died this week in Washington. If you recall, a lobotomy involves drilling holes in the skull and then inserting and rotating a knife to destroy brain cells. What a genius, he'll be missed. Psychiatrist Kurt Freund, one of the world's leading experts on the study of deviant sexual arousal, passed away last week at the age of 82. Dr. Freund's last words were, quote, "Whatever happens to me, can someone please make sure that the headline of my obituary does not contain the phrase, deviant sexual arousal?" Would that be too much to ask from you, you dirty...
When I was a kid, I'd do impressions because Rich Little did impressions. And I would do impressions of him doing impressions. I wouldn't know who the guy was. It'd be like Jimmy Cagney or something. I'd never heard of him, but me and my buddies would, you know, do Jimmy Cagney.
An American, you say? Well, I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. Yankee Doodle, do or die. You can't get any more American than that.
So, but no, sometimes people do yell that stuff out, though. They'll go like Bob Dole, you know, like I'm going to do some guy that's, you know, hasn't been around in 8 years. So,
well, no, it's good to know that it was the brilliance of Rich Little that led to Dirty Work in the end. I'm glad. I'm glad that I can draw the line from point A to point B.
well, Rich Little has this really funny thing. If you want to see something funny, I mean funny in a bad way, it's he did A Christmas Carol, Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
And he plays every character in it.
Rich Little's A Christmas Carol, starring Rich Little as W.C. Fields, Paul Lynde, Richard Nixon, Edith Bunker, John Wayne, and many, many more.
And I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but it was so funny. So he's like, and it's just anyone he could do, you know? So they're not even guys from the right time frame that lived at the same time. So it'll be like Tiny Tim is Paul Lynde, you know, and Marley is Nixon and stuff, you know. So it's like, he's like, it's like a horrible Nixon impression he does. And
They'll never let me forget about those 18 and a half. And the third, when the last stroke has ceased to vibrate. Look to see me no more.
And so, you know, it's like, Tiny Tim, go and get me a goose. And it's like, okay, I will, you know. Forget it.
I think
you guys have the capacity with your computers to find that kind of stuff.
I think it's on Twitter.
Yeah, you should try to Twitter that.
I think that's something. I think you could do that. I mean, that would be. I think you should remake the Rich Little Christmas Carol.
That would be kind of cool, actually.
It'll go viral. Like you could do it with, but just all Burt Reynolds and David Letterman as Scrooge.
And finally, back again, Burt Reynolds in a commanding lead with $14.
Hey, check out the podium. Look at this.
Mr. Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, that's right. Turd Ferguson. It's a funny name.
Great.
All right, welcome back to the big show. Let me just get rid of this doll of steak. So, Paul is working out today. You know what health club I work out there, don't you, Paul?
No, which one?
Work out at Crunch.
Barbara Walters is planning to announce her retirement. What's next for Babs? Death.
The old Norm MacDonald is back.
Hey, Barbara Walters is retiring.
I can understand why Barbara Walters is retiring. It must be exhausting occasionally appearing on The View.
Right? We're fucking going on the road doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
doing her shit acts. Not you. Your act's good.
It's pretty shitty.
But she gets to sit there
and just fucking talk.
Yeah, just yap.
The fuck.
You ever been on that show?
I've been on it so many times.
You know, I'm against. Barbara Walters never listens to me. I have to talk to Sherry Shepard. Fortunately, we share views on dinosaurs. But I can never get that lady, the old lady.
Like The View.
How do you have a person on a show that believes the Earth is flat and men lived with dinosaurs, and you keep them on the show?
But
come on.
What's your dream view?
You mean
the show, The View?
Yeah.
The
Who would
guests?
what 4 or 5 ladies would you want on there?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Susan Yegley. That's your wife.
He didn't even recognize her name. It's your betrothed.
My betrothed. No, I recognize her name.
No, I would like to see. Who do I like on that show?
That's good coffee.
Joy Behar reminds. You know what? You know how old Joy Behar is?
Well, I don't think she wants you to tell everybody.
It's in her Wikipedia.
Oh, she's, I think, a lot older than I thought.
70.
Yeah.
That sounds,
she looks great.
That sounds about right to me.
70?
No, I didn't think of her as 70.
Jesus Christ Almighty! When did she break? 50?
I like her.
I like her too. She reminds me. She reminds me of like your old aunt or something.
Yeah.
With her funny opinions. You know what I mean? The View is a bunch of fucking. What kind of henhouse horse shit is that?
Oh, I saw one in the bathroom. I went to use the bathroom.
Oh, I threw some. I threw some in the garbage.
In the
Don't
garbage.
tell people that.
That you threw all the racist ones away. And then one other one that was about the View, because it was.
Did you go through the garbage and find the old joke?
When there's a joke, it just it was in the garbage, and there was one.
Yeah.
I just went. It was clean. It was sitting on top of paper towels, so I pulled it out. I read it, and then there was another one. I'm like, well, there's another one, and another one. There was like about 4 jokes. The one I remember was the View.
Wait! I don't want to do View jokes because if you start a battle with Joy Behar, you're not going to win. No, you'll win easily. But read this one. read this one. Read this joke.
I will, but why did you throw the one about the View away? That was the one I'm like, well, this one's kind of, it made me laugh. And I'm like, well, I wonder why. I didn't know you
Because
threw
our
them
standards are so high that even that one didn't make it.
You didn't think it was funny?
I thought it was very funny, but not funny enough for Andy Dick.
It's pretty funny.
We're going
Plus,
to save
I know
it for next week for big fat Bruce Valanche.
you're allowed to say that because you're fat.
that.
He's allowed to.
No, I'm a fat guy like him.
So he's allowed to. Like, you probably are afraid of Joy Behar, aren't you?
Who wouldn't be?
She's a little bit of a firecracker.
Terrifying.
She's funny.
Yeah. She reminds me of like your aunt that tells jokes at the fucking Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna go get that joke because I
Oh,
have to.
my
Because
God.
the way they wrote it was pretty funny.
Well, maybe you should tell a joke. At the end there.
Okay, now we'll see this joke. This
It made
is
me
a
laugh
joke.
again out loud.
This
just
is
reading
this
it
show.
to myself.
This show is so high quality that we
this one-
take jokes from the dustbins.
Well, you said that this is very funny, but not funny enough.
Not funny enough for Andy Dick, I felt.
Well, I thought it was fun. Well, I'm a fan of The View because Sherry Shepherd is a good friend of mine.
Sure.
And I've been on The View a lot, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm on The View. Daphne Aguilera was on The View.
Oh, really?
Did Daphne Aguilera, he didn't rub your cock on like...
Okay, come on. This is what we're trying to get away from.
Sorry.
And by the way, every time I'm on The View, Barbara Walters will not be on The View.
Is that right?
Yeah, she won't be on it with me. And it has to be the pre-taped one. You know how they're live except for she won't do it. And they always have to do the pre-taped one.
Filthy old bag.
Barbara Walters announced that she's retiring from The View. Well, actually, she announced it 5 years ago, but no one could hear her over those yammering bitches. See?
Amazing that worked after that giant buildup.
Well, you gained weight.
Gained a lot of weight, so did you. I gained 45 pounds.
I was going to say something, actually.
Why?
Well, I thought you'd been gaining some weight.
Yeah, I gained 45 pounds.
Are you okay? Yeah, what's going on?
I'm doing it for a movie.
For what role? What's the role?
What are you playing, Jackie Gleason? What do you mean? It's not a particular movie. I just think they always need a fat guy in a movie. You're doing hard.
You're paying it forward, yeah.
Hey, listen, have you noticed my enormous weight gain? I've gained 45 pounds. You know why I started to gain the weight, I told you.
I don't remember.
I'm up 45 pounds, and it was for a role in a movie.
That's right, it was.
Anyways, whatever.
What was the role for again?
It wasn't a particular role, but I figured they always need a big fat guy in a movie. Turns out they don't. They have plenty of fat guys that are much more experienced at acting and at being a fat guy than I am.
I thought we were going to be doing a bit where you're like a
Jerry Lewis?
Jiminy Glick character.
Yeah, no, I'm fat.
What happened?
Fried chicken and gravy. Let me tell you something. I thought it was funny.
Your heart could...
I thought gaining a lot of weight would be funny. And also, well, I started out, I was doing it for a role, Andy.
Right.
I'm serious.
No.
I'm serious. I was doing it for a role. Well, there wasn't a specific role, but people are always looking for a fat guy. I'm telling you, my manager, my landlord rather, he managed to get rid of 230 pounds of ugly fat. He evicted me.
What?
Here, read this.
I thought you...
No, read this.
I want to read that one again.
Here, read that.
Sure, we all know about Norm's astonishing weight gain, but I think it's become a bit wearisome. So let's agree to stop having fun at his expense.
Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but forget it.
Try iron.
You know, my clothes, Larry, make me look slimmer, but they did not fool that flight of stairs that collapsed under my astonishing new girth. Papa, what do you call that? Papa John's?
Oh, okay.
A Papa John's delivery man has been arrested for allegedly selling more than $40,000 in cocaine hidden in pizza boxes.
Jesus.
To undercover police officers. This raises an important question. Where is all that pizza that was supposed to go in those boxes? Can I have them to eat? I'm a big fat guy. Well, I'm fat. I'm so fat when I get my shoe shined, I have to take the boot black's word for it.
You haven't seen your penis in 3 weeks. I'm keeping it clean.
Jesus Christ.
Well, is that what fat people say?
My penis? This is where most of my weight goes. Straight to whatever the fuck this is. I'm going to find a really good joke. You guys talk, and I'll find a good joke to end.
Adam, is it hard to not drink?
You know you've gained too much weight, by the way, when your chair guy refuses to work with you anymore. But go ahead. When you had your heart attack, you weighed 195. Now you probably weigh about 175.
161.
161. And what are you, 5'10"?
5'10 and a half.
161. So you're probably no body fat.
Oh, I have a little bit in the rim here.
Yeah, I got more than that.
My legs, my arms
jowls.
are thin. My arms are thin. I used to have jowls. I don't have jowls.
I have more chins than
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I say I'll be 50 in October. I'm going to lose it though.
Yeah, it's the heaviest I've ever seen.
And since I've gained it, I sweat like a
you sweat
like a whore in church. I don't mean to be
what?
I don't mean to be filthy, but
a whore in church.
Yeah, she's nervous, so she sweats
You're
because
sweating like a Chris Dorner in a Big Bear cabin.
Okay, come on.
Well, I'm just
that's racist.
A little bit of
My
a
only chance of
drinking
losing
belly.
15 pounds is if I went to a British casino. When I was young, there was a fella went by the name of Jacques de Gautier. And he was from Témiscamingue, Quebec. And Jacques de Gautier, he was a fella that really thought. And he was smart, you know. He was our hope, I guess. And he was, while I was scrabbling to get out of high school, Jacques Zagatineau had already...
I think you just changed his last name.
Well, you know, a man grows.
I really like, because on one of the episodes, it's really funny, we're loving it, and he finishes the story, and it ends with this terrible pun, the porpoise pun. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. But this is the point.
Yeah.
Jacques de Gatineau, he went to McGill University and he got 3 degrees, by golly. And he went over across the pond to the fellers with Cambridge and he even stood up to them. Mm-hmm. And we thought, boy, he's going to be the next. We had Jean Marchand, Gérald Tertier, Pierre Trudeau, the three wise men of Quebec, by God, Jacques de Gatineau was going to be the next.
Give me the next gun.
Yeah, but he vanished. And I met him, I started to do stand-up and travel from here to there and to here again. And one time I was in Niagara Falls, and gosh, I went over to the SeaWorld there. You know how they have the SeaWorld? You know, with the different fish. You know.
I didn't know that, but okay, yes.
Beluga.
The SeaWorld, I've been there many a time.
Okay, so I was checking out the beluga whales and stuff, and I look over, and who do you think I see?
I hope it's that guy.
No, it was just an attendant, but he showed me to the place I wanted to see, which is where they feed the little baby dolphins, because I love dolphins, you know. And who do I see there but Jacques de Gatineau? And here he is, he's feeding the baby dolphins. And I go up to him and I go, Jacques de Gatineau, I feel shame for you. You were our hope. You were to go to Canada, Canada's nation's capital of Ottawa. And you were to be a great man, Jacques de Gatineau. And we were all, you know, we pinned all of Témiscamingue, Quebec, pinned our hopes on you. Now that's a hell of a burden for a man to have a town's hope pinned on them, isn't it, Conan?
It is a lot, big burden.
So he was feeding these baby dolphins, you know, and I said, I'm ashamed of you, Jacques de Gatineau. You could have done so many great things. And he said, well, I think I'm serving a youthful porpoise. Now I believe that...
Still, it's this long story that ends with a pun. Instead of I'm serving a useful purpose, he says I'm serving a youthful porpoise, and it's this long joke that gets to just that pun, and I'm loving it. We're both loving it, but also we can't believe this is where the story has gone.
Yeah.
is to this pun. So he springs the trap, and the crowd starts to applaud, and I start to tell the crowd, no. You can't applaud. What he's just done right now is criminal.
He's taking time from all of us.
He is criminal. He can't be allowed to get away with this.
No!
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
You don't encourage that.
It's like...
That was a 40-minute story.
It's like somebody...
Youthful porpoise?
Youthful porpoise.
Yes.
Not porpoise.
I don't know. Good God.
I know. That was way out of line.
No, that was way out of... Who are you to criticize Oscar Pistorius?
And then, Andy, you say, what you just did, Norm, is you stopped us on the street, took us for a 2-mile walk in the woods to show us a turd. and Norm is laughing so hard, I think he gets down on his knees and is like clapping.
Somebody saying, I got to show you something. They take on a 4-mile hike to show you a dog turd. Look at it. Okay.
And I realized that the ultimate joy of this man, to me, is he is a mischievous kid at heart. Mm-hmm. There's all this intellect, and there's all of this integrity, and there's all the things that we've talked about, word choice, and his way of being able to, and I do believe, like a modernist, painter, completely blow up the form and take it inside out. Yep. I think all those things are true, but at the core, there is a mischievous child who knows that he's going to sit in the update desk at SNL and he's going to stare right in the camera and tell a joke that he knows for a fact is going to get nothing and will enrage the president of NBC and cost him his job. And he is like a kid in a candy store. And to me, that's, God bless.
It's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, there's your reel for CBS. We're getting this.
Les Moonves.
We're getting this right to Les Moonves.
I gotta have him.
You want to see that every night, Les? This guy's got
more Quebecois humor.
I love you. I really do.
But I do it all the time, I guess. Just going through Norm montages on YouTube. He's just such a prolific joke writer. Like just so many jokes that like these Norm montages that just pop up. 30 minutes of Norm here, an hour of Norm there. It's like you just sit there watching the whole thing.
He had an amazing ability too. We were just watching that Jon Stewart crocodile hunter clip.
I wanted to talk about the crocodile hunter because I think it was tragic at the time, but I think I don't know, people call him and then they're shocked. Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Who got killed? The crocodile hunter. Please don't make me laugh at this. And they were like, he was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile hunter.
He was really conversationally funny. Like the joke didn't have to end until he seemed to want it to end.
Yes.
Like he just kept, like, it was funny too. And I was watching thinking the balls to do that. Like Jon Stewart is like, okay, like, because he's laughing, but he's like, all right, he was only 90. And Norm's like, hey, Bill. And he's just he's still doing the characters. Like he's not ready for it to be finished.
Yeah. He didn't care about getting the laugh in the room sometimes, especially on those TV shows. Obviously on stage, but like in the room, he didn't necessarily care if people weren't going with him. That's the way he always was. I mean, if you go back to those Weekend Update montages of Frank Stallone jokes, like some of them land real hard, but some of them don't land at all.
According to the EPA, it will cost an estimated $295 million to clean up toxic waste at the former Lockheed Martin military aircraft plant in California. The cause of the toxic waste? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In economic news, unemployment figures rose slightly for the month of October, with declines in the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The reason for the sudden downturn? You guessed it, Frank Stallone.
And you could clearly see on his face, like, all these jokes are just for him.
Yeah, he didn't care.
He didn't care. And they're hilarious. Like, I don't know exactly when the bit is from, but it seems like he probably wrote the bit right around when he first got the diagnosis, because, like, I didn't even know the bit existed, to tell you the truth. But people were passing it around yesterday of him talking about how men used to be able to just get sick and die, and now they have to wage a war against cancer.
Yeah.
And it's like, he probably wrote that.
That was 2001 or 2011. So yeah, probably
as he got diagnosed.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure if the cancer dies, I mean, if you die, the cancer also dies at exactly the same time. So that, to me, is not a loss, that's a draw. That's you know what I mean? It's not like the cancer's going to jump up and go, Uncle Bert's wife. Where is he? I won fair and square.
And cancer died at the same time. That's not a loss. That's a draw.
He would go on these talk shows and do like old man jokes.
Yeah.
And they were long.
Yeah.
Like when he went on Conan O'Brien and did the moth joke.
Yeah.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office. Right?
You are correct.
And it took 4 minutes to get there, and the punchline is it's a joke punchline. But he liked it. He just loved the joke so much that he was getting through it, and he gets there, and it's like, it's worth it.
And so the doctor says, Moth, man, you're troubled. But you should be seeing a psychiatrist. Why on earth did you come here? And then the moth said, because the light was on.
The ability to do that and to not panic and to not bail out and to commit to it and go, this is what I'm doing and that's it.
I found, as I was looking at clips, it seemed like his 3 favorite topics on Weekend Update were OJ, obviously Frank Stallone, and Vince Foster, and making jokes about Clinton. Murdering Vince Foster.
Again, veteran news anchorman David Brinkley apologized to Bill Clinton for an election night commentary in which he called the president, quote, boring and uncreative. Admitted Brinkley, there was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body. The president's a murderer. You didn't know that?
Here's another OJ joke from Weekend Update.
In his book, O.J. Simpson says that he would have taken a bullet or stood in front of a train for Nicole. Man, I'm going to tell you, that is some bad luck when the one guy who would have died for you kills you.
Relentless.
Yeah, it really is. The beauty of Norm is there is nothing underlying. It's just about the joke.
It's just about being funny.
You know, that's it. What's the funniest thing for this moment?
Yep.
This is what it is.
He hated what was going on in comedy as far as people being punished. And I mean, he really hated it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the one time that he actually started to get in trouble was because he was defending Louis and he was defending Roseanne.
And Shane.
And he defended Shane. Yep,
big,
yes.
Big, yeah.
Yep, big time defender of Shane. Because he got it. Because he's like, we're telling jokes here. What are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, he was really serious about that. Yeah, it's terrible. Just terrible.
He spent a lot of time being funny, though.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
He put a lot of funny out there.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anybody with a similar delivery or a similar, like, it's completely unique. He's a completely unique thinker and just a completely unique joke teller, joke writer.
If you try to do a Norm joke, it's like, it's not funny when anybody else does it. And it's because they're not, I mean, he's a genius.
It's natural.
Yes.
It's completely natural. It's completely, you don't watch it for a second thinking this is not who this guy is. You watch it and go, this is completely natural for him to tell a joke this way or to talk this way. That's why he could end a joke when he wanted to, because he seemed so comfortable and natural that, all right, whenever he says it's done, it's done.
You were with him you were on the dais for the Bob Saget
Yes, I
roast
was.
of Comedy Central.
Yep.
And that's one of those instances where, of course, it's like, oh, I can't wait. Norm's going to be so outrageous. Norm's just going to say stuff that you could never say on TV. And then he gets up there.
Hilarious.
And he just does
old man
jokes.
No, but Bob has a beautiful face, like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. No offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower.
Yeah. I believe his joke about you was that you're a very colorful person. Because you have a yellow belly and you're green with envy. And that was it. Like, there was no follow. It's like, that's the joke.
And Jim Norton of here is, of course, probably one of the most colorful characters I've ever met. Colorful personalities I know. You're green with envy and you have a yellow streak down your back.
One of his jokes about Geraldo was like, I'd love to have Geraldo's brain. Not because he's smart, but because it's very unused. Like, thanks.
But if I ever need a brain transplant, well, I would choose yours, Greg, and here's why. It's not because you're smart, it's because your brain has never been used. No, but Greg Giraldo, I'm just joking him. He has the grace of a swan, the wisdom of an owl, and the eye of an eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is for the birds.
Man's for the birds.
Like, I was sitting there like all day yesterday, just stopping. Jess is like taking care of the kids. And I'm like, Jess, there's another Norm joke. Because I'm looking at YouTube. And I'm like, all right, Jess, this was another one of Norm's jokes. This is from Weekend Update, like in the 90s. All summer, Better Than Ezra was the #1 band in America. The number 2 band, Ezra.
And in music news, number 1 on the college charts this summer was Better Than Ezra. And at number 2, Ezra. According to a controversial new biography, Elizabeth Taylor, like...
You see a bunch of clips were going around. You see the clip of him on The View from like really early on. It was from like 2000. It was when the View was at its early stages.
No, I don't think so.
It's fucking great. I think I tweeted it, Travis, if that's the quickest way. I don't know. To find just the clip. Yeah, that's it.
See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who's murderers? Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
You're not allowed to put out no accusations without.
That's a little too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. We don't need
I don't want to get into this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
See right there, like no, he's not angry about it.
No.
Like he doesn't like what great instincts, man. Like not mad, like what? He's just having a great time. He always looked like he was having a great time.
Like he's almost too dumb to realize what did I say? I thought we were all
just having fun.
What? You didn't know? He's like, you didn't hear that?
And the wind finally dies down, and he goes, "What? You didn't hear that?"
Listen how he follows it up.
This is a live show.
Why? Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm not going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Okay.
Let me do
There are people that after they got invited to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, they'd be like, oh, okay, maybe I can get in with the Clintons now.
Right.
Maybe I can meet these powerful friends. Maybe I can... 2.5 years after the Correspondents' Dinner, he's going on The View and making jokes.
Clinton murdered somebody.
He murdered a guy.
Doesn't care. I thought it was a matter of record.
He thought Barbara's problem was that Barbara hadn't...
Yeah.
And you didn't hear?
Yeah,
You didn't know?
that she was ignorant, and he was just bringing her up to speed.
Just informing her. Did you see the clip that was going around of him on Conan O'Brien with Courtney Thorne-Smith?
I don't know.
I feel like this Courtney Thorne-Smith clip is somewhat similar to the Patrice Fox News clip.
This is just what she has to say. We are outraged and fired and fired and fired. Name calling. I'm outraged. I am outraged.
You should be.
I am a fool. Now, if I called you a fool,
In the sense that this just has become one of those legendary, like, this is the example of why you would have this guy on your talk show and why he doesn't care. Courtney Thorne-Smith is on Conan O'Brien with Norm. Norm was the first guest. And he, unfortunately for her,
decided to stick around.
He stuck around on the couch for her interview, yes. And she's trying to promote her movie.
Who is she?
But what's the movie going to be called?
Well, I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
She's there.
There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
His face after he does it.
He's delighted. Again, just perfect timing.
Yeah, that's the other thing you don't want to do, right? Just say Norm jokes.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to yeah.
Although it's funny. He's one of those guys where just saying his jokes, they are well written enough where it works.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the appeal too. That especially some of his jokes, you can just take and
You got to look into the future. It's like the word. It's like the word retard.
Well, hey, don't get me started.
That's the word right now because I think people have stopped saying gay meaning lame.
Yeah.
The more evolved.
And they're
However, the word retard is still, I think.
Before you argue that they should stop saying retarded, I like to ask two questions. I go, number one, because you have to find out about their past. And if they answer these questions differently, I give them the different speech. I go, do you think Jew me down? Do you think we stopped it because we shouldn't have had to, but people are so PC? And if they went, no, that's horrible.
What they say when you, hey, stop with that joint there, you're getting spit on it.
So, no, hold on a second. So most people would say that we stopped those things because it was egregious.
Yes.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know.
And so you have to say, so if the answer is no to those things, like we stopped them because they were bad, then why do you fucking think that retarded is going to stand the test of time? I don't get why.
Just look into the past. You're all dressed up.
Yeah, they told me to dress up for Comedy Week.
Explain to the folks what Comedy Week is. You fucking retard. No, can you explain?
Not really.
Two 23-year-old women in China this week have set a record, living 12 days in a room with 888 deadly snakes. They now hold a place, a coveted place, in the Guinness Book of World Retard. 20th Century Fox has announced that Macaulay Culkin will not be hired to star in Home Alone 3. Studio spokesman said that it was nothing personal, but with Culkin now 16 years of age, the only way to keep him in the film would be to make the character retarded. In an effort to feel smarter than somebody, Dan Quayle this week spoke to 4,000 Amway employees. Dismissed Simpson juror Jeanette Harris revealed in interviews this week that the jury is torn by dissension and is already divided into two camps, those who think he is guilty and those who are really, really stupid. In a recent interview, Christy Brinkley suggested that football players should have special gloves connected to lights on their helmets. That way, when they catch the ball, you'll know who has possession. Read these and other interesting ideas in Christie's new book, I'm an Idiot. New York Governor George Pataki this week announced a plan to cut state scholarship aid to college students who do not maintain at least a C average. Sadly, the students hurt most by these cuts will be the idiots. According to published reports, MTV News anchor Tabitha Soren has been romantically linked with journalist Michael Lewis. Soren denies the reports, claiming she doesn't have time for a boyfriend because she's too busy pretending not to be stupid. And finally, the Oscar nominations were announced this week, and Tom Hanks and Jodie Foster are in a heated competition in the Academy's controversial new category, Best Retard. When I lived in L.A., I lived on the actual street called Melrose Place. There's an actual street.
There's a Melrose. Is there really a Melrose
There's really
Place?
a Melrose Place.
Okay,
You know this, right?
Yes, it's true.
So they opened a restaurant called Melrose Place on it, and then it's right beside my house. And every time I go out, there's all these retards, like tourists, and then these tourist retards, like they're always fat and they're taking pictures, standing in front of this restaurant.
Yeah?
You,
let me suck your dick so I can get leukemia.
They're doing a shot of Dara right now. Leukemia. How did Alan Thicke get into the leukemia bit? That's Michael Douglas.
Because that's if you suck cock.
But
you get leukemia.
So
Yeah, that was Michael Douglas.
Wait, what?
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree.
Hi, honey. Yeah, I just got it. It's terrific. It looks like some kind of a bird in a tree. Oh, you don't say, a partridge, huh? Well, it's great. Well, of course it was a surprise, honey. I was expecting a hat. Well, you know, I have been dropping some broad hints about maybe getting a hat. Oh, no, this is much better. It's like two gifts in one. I mean, I get the partridge, and I get a tree.
We now return to 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, as read by Norm MacDonald.
'Twas the night before Christmas. Wait, 'twas? What's 'twas? Is that short for it was? What kind of rush are you in, man? You can't just say it was. Oh, you saved a lot of time there, fella. Oh, don't come at me with that it was stuff. I got things to do. Got to get down to the donut shop. You know, 2 days ago, I was at the donut shop, and I said, hey, donut guy, you got anything warm back there? He says, try the fritters. They were. They were? What does that even mean? They were. You must mean twere. The fritters twere warm. What's that? We're out of time. Oh. I'm fired. Hey, you know O.J. Simpson is a wife-beating murderer, right? Oh, right. Was. 'Twas!
Connected to our senses.
When you say in your book that the greatest gig you ever had was at a hospital for the criminally insane.
Yes, I did a hospital for the criminally insane.
Now, is that a joke?
No, that's a true story. My agent...
when you were in Canada, these are the early years.
Yes, sir.
And you go to... Your agent booked you in a hospital for the criminally insane.
Well, he didn't tell me that, though.
Yeah.
He said, I'm booking you in a hospital. And you go there, you don't make any money, but it's a good thing to do. So I
Right.
said, oh, that'll be nice, you know.
Oh,
do
there's no
something
pay
good.
involved.
No.
Oh, geez.
But, you know, you give back. You know what I mean?
Right, give back.
Yeah, give back.
You had nothing to give
I
at
didn't
that
have that
point.
much to give.
You're right. So you go to a hospital.
Yeah, I go to what I thought was a hospital, and I get there and there's barbed wires and armed guards, and I go, what kind of a hospital is this? And anyways, it turns out to be a hospital for the criminally insane, and then I was like, good God. I mean, I told the guys that I don't even know if these guys deserve a show. I mean, you know what I mean? When I heard hospital, I was thinking of
sick people.
Sick people, people you want nothing to do with. I wasn't thinking of you know, people that are in better shape than I, you know, that slaughtered their loved ones and so forth.
Did you do a scan of the room, and were there, like, literally there are people there who like kill their family members,
yes.
and they've done criminally insane things.
Well, I'll tell you, the sad part was the Gatlin brothers were there the week before.
Were they?
Yeah, they had like, I couldn't believe the room. It was
How
like
does this hospital?
a beautiful room, like one of the best rooms I've ever seen.
How does this hospital get all these top acts to show up?
Well, they pay a lot of money. I mean, they didn't pay me anything.
Yeah.
But Gatlin brothers, you know, I'm sure
it's
got
a
a pretty heavy paycheck.
It's a room full of people who like kind of thought
It wasn't full.
You mean there was no standing room only?
It was for the Gatlin brothers. The guy kept reminding me because only 11 people were there, and he was like, "Good God, there's 700 criminally insane people here."
Yeah, I mean, when people heckle you, they yell out, "My mom annoys me. I'm going to kill her."
You think they show up for anything?
Well, you know what's funny with the heckle thing? I had to change what they actually heckled because it was considered, oh, no, you can't say that, you know, because of the way you say things now. So I had to change. But what they actually said, I went up, there was 8 people in the audience. I got heckled before I hit the mic, right? And a guy yells out, nice shoes, faggot. Right? I'm not even to the mic yet. And then I hear another guy, he goes, Jerome's right, then some faggot-ass shoes.
Boy, you're all set up for success right there.
So I had to cut that from the book, though, because
this is
they said you can't
Why?
use the F word. I said, I didn't use the F word. There's a new F word.
Are these people restrained? Are they in straitjackets when they are yelling these things out?
No. The guy.
I mean, I'd be scared. I would actually be scared.
Well, I was a little frightened.
Did you do a full set?
There's a great Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison, where he performs at Folsom Prison.
Yeah.
And if you watch it, it's hysterical because he starts the show and he goes, I just want to do some. I can't do Johnny Cash.
No.
He goes, I'm just going to do my songs. A man backstage told me that I should do them in a particular order, and I said I'll do them in any order I want. And then they cut to the guards. They're like, what? We never said that.
Well, by the way, what did your shoes look like that all these mental patients were screaming about them? That's what I want to know.
Oh man, them some faggot ass shoes.
Did you win them over, the insane people, the criminally
The 11
insane?
insane.
Yeah.
I would love to
8.
say I did.
Yeah, but you did not.
No, I did.
Yeah.
Why not lie?
Now, early on in your career, you do anything to make it.
What?
You would do anything. Well, I mean, you weren't a male hooker, but
no.
No, I did do a hospital. It was supposed to be a regular hospital. And when I got there, there was barbed wire and everything, and it was a hospital for the criminally insane. And they had an incredible, room. And they said the Gatlin brothers were here last week. And I was like, what? I wasn't even sure they deserved a show. And anyways, I went on. I got heckled before I said anything. As I was walking towards the stage, a guy yells out, nice shoes. Now, these guys are not politically correct.
No, right.
These are criminally insane people, you have to understand.
Right.
And then the guy beside him goes, Jerome's right, them some shoes.
No. Norm. Okay. I don't. Well, now what do we do?
Every dumb button at ESPN was just
okay. Look at you guys with your. Is he still there? Or did we lose him? Once we dump him twice, do we lose him, or do we still have him there?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Have a talk with Norm.
All right. All right. We'll come back and do celebrity prognostication with.
I was watching on YouTube today. You going on Letterman? Well, I don't know.
YouTube's fun, man.
Yeah. It was.
You know what I'm listening to now, a lot, Tommy? I'm listening to audio tapes of Lyndon Johnson.
Really? Okay. Well, now I understand why that. I believe that you actually do watch this website now.
Yeah.
Really? What do you mean? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
He put in the system, that brought Nixon down.
He put in the tape system.
Yeah.
Okay.
And and his are way more entertaining than Nixon's.
So he put it in. That's kind of interesting. That sounds like kind of what you build a system to record. He did that obviously, so he was very aware that it was there.
Yeah.
So he was sort of almost doing a radio show.
He did what you do.
He was Rupert Pupkin. Lyndon Johnson was Rupert. Yeah. So what are you?
So the funny ones were sometimes they're really funny. Just like the Nixon ones, the funniest ones are when there's all these Nixon tapes that you can listen to in the Library of Congress that have nothing to do with Watergate. They're way the fuck funnier. Like it's just Nixon talking about his wife and shit. And like one time his in-laws are coming, he's like, I think I'll go stay at Blair House. I don't like that lady with her cooking. And you're like, oh, it's weird, it's the president.
How many hours of these tapes have you listened
I've listened to a lot of them. But the Johnson ones are the funniest. So anyways, you probably didn't know this. I never fucking knew this. And the guy from the New York Times may or may not have. Anyway, fucking Sam. He's checking his watch going, what's the Simpsons made so far? Anyways. Doing a little Rickles.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what was I talking about?
The Lyndon Johnson tapes.
Yeah, so this, I didn't know this. Lyndon Johnson, he's wins his election, right? He's way ahead in the polls, like a week before the elections come.
and his chief of staff, they have a party, you know, because they're so happy because next week they're going to be president again for 4 more years. So they have a big party at the White House, and his chief of staff goes across the street to a YMCA and blows a dude.
So wait a minute.
So the next day,
I take my jacket off here. This is ridiculous. What happened here?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Say that again.
Okay, so Lyndon Johnson, right?
Yeah.
He's going to win.
Yeah.
He's, you know, he knows he's going to win. He's way ahead in the polls, as long as nothing crazy happens, right? So he goes, hey, let's have a little party, a week left, you know. We're going to win easily unless some crazy thing happens, you know. And so they're having the party and everything. And
But how did anyone find out about the
chief of
dude
staff
getting blown?
Because the chief of staff, well, listen, if you go into a Y and blow a guy,
right, but
you never know.
But it just came out. Did this actually come out in the press?
Yeah, like they had a sting operation.
And is this on the tapes? Is this on the tapes?
It was funny because it was in the old days, so the press couldn't say that, you know. So they had to say it in language that the audience didn't even kind of understand. They go like he was caught in a somewhat compromising situation in a young man's Christians association, and people, old farmers, would go, well, wonder what happened there. So they wouldn't come. So I think that helped them, but the conversations with Lyndon Johnson are hilarious because he goes, he's just talking to his friends, and it's this longtime guy that he didn't know was gay, you know, and he's like, my golly, I could never have figured that for Bob. I've known Bob 30 years, and he goes, I'd quicker say I was a fruit than him.
Really?
Yeah,
on the tape?
On the tape, yeah.
Where did you get the tape? Where did you, Lyndon Johnson said that. Where did you get the tapes?
And then he goes, and then the funniest thing is he phones J. Edgar Hoover, who he knows is gay, right? But he's like real powerful and everything, right?
J. Edgar Hoover was gay.
Yeah, like, you know, he was a transvestite and he'd have dudes over. And,
is this true? Or?
Yeah, no, that's fairly well documented.
I know
I'm
it
not
was
outing him. I'm not Perez Hilton over here.
I know people.
No, this is fairly.
Yeah.
He's well documented.
Yeah.
So Lyndon Johnson knew for sure he was gay, but he was scared of him because he was so powerful. So he just like needles him, you know. And he's like, so he's talking to him and he goes, I can't believe old Bob's one of them fellers, you know. They didn't even have a word for it and stuff. And so J. Edgar Hoover goes, well, sir, that's, he goes, I have to ask a rather tough question here, but now when Bob was involved in this, was he the more or less sort of, you know, a participant, or was he more or less the feller that, you know, instigated the thing? You know?
He's asking if he's a catcher or
yes, I don't know.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What have you got me? Why are we talking?
Gross, you're saying that. So the guy goes, so then J. Edgar Hoover goes, well, I wouldn't, well, Mr. President, he goes, I'm sorry to tell you he was the instigator, you know, and he goes, oh, good God, he goes, how do you spot a feller like that, Edgar? You know? So then J. Edgar Hoover goes, well, I wouldn't know, sir. He goes, oh, come on now, Edgar. He goes, if there was anybody that could spot a feller like that, it'd be you. Why, you're the head of the FBI. And so,
this isn't really what's on the tape. Is that really on the tape?
That's really on the tape. And J. Edgar Hoover's kind of mad. He's like, anyway, all right. Yeah, you got to hear it. It's the fun.
Really? And where
I'll bring it in. I know you love broadcasting.
Yeah, where did you get the tapes?
I read a book that were the history of the tape, and then I got the audio version of the book, and the audio version was the tapes themselves.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
Wow, that's funny.
Sorry about me. I can be a bit complicated. So don't